up right now.
Everything is helter skelter.
They know shit is twisted, but they wonder why we all getting lifted.
Everything is helter skelter.
It's not just rock and rock and all.
To tell you everything is helter.
Yo, Malcolm X before we converted to Islam. House burglar, wake up and your shit gone. My life is a movie better than a sitcom. Planet of the Apes, I blame the cannon in your face. Breathe. Overstand the underhanded ways of Sean P. Set trap, get clapped like a nigga on Saw 3. Dirty Harry gun, the fofo clap strong. Put a hole in you and your bullshit rap song. Man, my flow is so spectacular that Marshall Mathers be wishing I go back to Africa. Ha, joke, I kid, like I smoke my coke in the cig, you dig? I be the first to burst the heat, clown. Wrong math, niggas catch a universal beat down. Sean is the best. You ain't a close second. Peep the bronze on his neck, bitch.
Y'all say they nice, we say they polite. Y'all like them though.
Everything is helter skelter.
Rappers embarrassed to say they rappers. Rappers say they sell crack though.
Everything is helter skelter.
Look, then how about fat chicks is in style now?
Everything is helter skelter.
It's not just rock and rock and all.
To tell you everything is helter skelter.
Black rap lurks true, real tall, real deep voice, and I serve you. You right. Bang. Patience ain't only your virtue. That's you and your mans at the hospital. I will hurt you, beat you out your shirt and your shoes, punch your chin off, or the pound put your face on your chest like Rick Ross, bitch boy. You niggas Jill Scott in the way. Gun clear the lane like proactive clear Diddy face. You beefing, but you vegan when it's about to cook. Time to ride. Yo bitch ass in the mirror like how I look. Like a goddamn snitch, like a clown, like you about to go tell on somebody right there now. What you told him, son? Overstand your underhanded ways. Understand my overhand right and break his face. I seen your posters, they can waste the space. This shit look like it sucked like Macy Gray. I like Macy Gray, but ignorance is what y'all like. Bar fights and shit.
Everything is helter skelter.
That only mean utter confusion. Ass backwards, stupid. See,
Everything is helter skelter.
how all the herbs is the rich. How the fuck police still murdering niggas?
Everything is helter skelter.
It's not just rock and all.
To tell you everything is helter skelter.
That was Everything is Helter Skelter by Helter Skelter. I don't know why that song was on my spirit this morning. I guess because everything is fucked up right now. But we good. We maintaining. Good morning. This is JahLogic, also known as Mr. M, and you're watching the Morning Rant here on the Ranters Union on YouTube, as well as the iRant Network. And with me, I have my co-host. Let me bring him to the screen. Mia F. Baby and Schoolboy. What's going on, y'all?
Morning.
Good morning to you. Good morning. Schoolboy, your mic is on Teddy. Mic is on Teddy Riley.
There we go. There we go. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. And we got a few chats. Aki Better says, up waiting on y'all so I can spark this blunt. What's cracking?
Spark it up. We're here.
Light up, light up. And let me just say this before I get too further in the show. Rest in peace to Sean Price, Sean P. from Helter Skelter. You know what I mean? I just had to say that. You know, I'm surprised I ain't say it sooner. So, you know, pardon me. Lord Vell says, I ain't Denzel, but I know I'm a star. You're a star. You're
Yes,
a star.
you are. Yes, you are. Shine bright, brother.
Good morning. Good morning, Lord. Aki Bella says, soon as my girl wake up, I'm going to get topped off and get breakfast. Let's go.
Keep you a good woman. That's what I'm talking about. Take care of her, too.
Yeah, man. You wait till she wakes up, huh? Let me stop.
And Aki Better says, yo, you Chico Bean's cousin or something? I can't see you without seeing him. I don't know, but you know, funny story. I do have a little brother in Washington, D.C., where Chico Bean is from. and they're from the same actual complex. So this complex I used to go see my father and my little brother at growing up was the same complex. Chico Bean lived the building across from us. You know what I mean? I don't know him. My little brother knows him. I didn't know him well, but yeah. But nah, I'm not his cousin. At least not to my knowledge. At least not to my knowledge. It's not my cousin. And yeah, so let's get back to business. You know, we got a lot of stories for you today. We don't know if we're gonna get through them all, but you know, we try. We try. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna start with the corny shit. You already know we gotta get this COVID shit out the way. You know, this whole COVID update. So let me pull that up. And while I pull that up, let me just continue to get in Schoolboy's business, man.
Wait a second.
How's your week
There you
been?
go. Oh, my week's been good, man. My week's been good. I got a lot of stuff done. So for those folks out there that, you know, going through court and all that other good stuff, man, keep fighting that good fight. You got to step in their face about that bullshit. You know what it is, man.
It's funny you say that because I damn sure didn't ask you how that went. You know what I'm saying? But
It's going well, man. It's going well. I think I've got a lot of I feel like this, man. I feel like I pay my taxes, so when I go to the courthouse and I see these public servants, I expect them to do that. Yeah, like help me help you do your job, since we all paying for it.
No doubt. And me, how's your week going? Hold on. There you go.
Oh, sorry. No, I had a great week. It ebbed and flowed. Like some parts were heavy lifting, and the other parts I was just chilling. But all good. We made it to the end again. So
No doubt. And we're gonna get into this COVID update really quick. Let me just get prepared for that. All right. Like I was saying, we're gonna knock that out and get that out the way because we don't try to dwell on the depressing shit up here. You know, we want to cheer your day up on a Friday, but you know, you need to be informed. So let's get this going. Is Mr. M, also known as JahLogic, and this is the COVID update with the morning rants. And the first thing I would like to say in regards to the COVID update is podcaster, father, husband, not in that order. I would probably say husband, father, podcaster, Maine the Milkman, or as I like to call him, Milk the Main Man, is out of the hospital. Salute to that man. As I knew he would. I knew he would get better. He still, of course, you know, he still got to get his, you know, get back to 100%. But he did a show. He did a live already. And go to his channel and check that out. And he also says, good morning. Good morning to you, homeboy. And I'm glad that you're doing better and you're out of the hospital and in good spirits with your family. Prayers to you and your family. And he's back doing what he's doing. He's back behind the bar, wilding the fuck out. I seen the live. He took his shirt off. He did all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So salute to that man. With that being said, he said salute. All right, no doubt. Salute to you, sir. You know what I mean? And to this COVID update, they're saying Joe Biden is not forcing us. You know, a lot of us are prepared to be forced to take this vaccine. So they're saying he's not forcing us. So let's hear it from his mouth. All right.
No, I don't think it should be mandatory. I wouldn't demand to be mandatory, but I would do everything in my power. Just like I don't think masks have to be made mandatory nationwide. I'll do everything in my power as President of the United States to encourage people to do the right thing, and when they do it, demonstrate that it matters. It's worth the patriotic duty to go ahead and protect other people. Thank you all so very much.
So basically, he's saying he's not forcing all of us to wear, not necessarily wear a mask nationwide. He's saying that he won't force the vaccine on everybody. At least that's what he's saying. I guess my question to my panel is, do you believe him? I'll start with you, Mia.
Do I believe that he's not going to force people?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
saying that he doesn't want to force people, right? You believe him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think it's smart too because historically what vaccines do to Black people, he can't be on the wrong side of history with that. Like his name would be slandered forever.
Right. Go down in history as the man who killed all of the people, if that's what will happen with the vaccine. Of course, we don't exactly know what happened, but Schoolboy.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think? You think he's? What do you think? You believe that man?
Yeah, man. He can't make that. He can't make vaccines mandatory because these white people out in the streets about having to wear a mask. You think you're gonna make them take a needle in the arm? Like, nah, these folks are not about to just take that line down. They'll be trying to kidnap the governor of Michigan again. So I don't think that would be a good idea.
Right.
I don't think that'd be a good idea.
Y'all go first.
That being said, right. That being said, I don't know if you've ever seen. Have you guys ever seen that show Utopia?
It sounds familiar, but I can't.
Good though.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really good. The funny thing about that one was that the vaccine was actually like the catalyst to sterilize a lot of people around the globe in that show. And without giving away too much of the show. So yeah, man, like if you've seen that movie, you're definitely a little bit more skeptical than everybody else.
Do you believe in predictive programming?
Yeah. I mean, isn't that how they give us loans and shit like that?
I don't know about loans, but when I say predictive programming, I mean as far as when they show you something on television and then it happens in real life. Predictive programming. Or like, for example, I believe it was the Spider-Man game. I had a friend of mine who was playing the Spider-Man game and he posted a video of it where they had all these people in the game wearing masks and there was signs in Times Square saying stay at home, and the video game came out before all of the situation we're going through now. Like that type of predictive programming. You believe in that?
Absolutely. I think the best example of that is Star Wars. You know how back in not Star Wars, but Star Trek. You know how they would be like just tapping a little button, you know what I mean, and talking into the microphone, or they had the little cell phones and shit back then. But it is what it is, man. Art imitates life. I play a lot of first person shooters, and what's interesting about Call of Duty, I think it was Call of Duty. But I think it was Call of Duty that basically told us everywhere where we would be going or deploying our troops. Like if you watch that game and actually watch the storyline, a lot of times the locations where they'd be fighting would be like warm zones that would turn hot after the release date of the game.
Wow.
So,
yeah. I haven't proved this, but I think anything's possible. I wouldn't put it past it. I wouldn't put society past it. But I remember a friend telling me, and I didn't get a chance to fact check it in Transformers. They say, I guess they announce like the president. You know how like when they get like the world's uproar and the president makes an announcement, and it say I've been told that it said like President Obama is about to make a speech, and it was like while he was Chicago senator or something like that. So you never know. Somebody check me on that.
Yeah, somebody check us on that. So we got some comments. Let's see what's going on here. All right. Dwayne, salute to you, G's. He said, good morning, good brother Logic, and rest of the morning rant crew. Good morning to you, G's. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Dwayne.
Lovell says, it would be riots in the street if they try to force that vaccine on the people here. And I believe you're in Texas. I think the homie's in Texas, so it wouldn't be a peaceful riot, you know what I'm saying? Because they strapped up. Redemption Song, salute to you. Good morning. It says predictive programming is present in South Park episodes and eerie as hell. You know what? In South Park episodes, they also like are really good at doing a show almost as like fast as we get to the news, right? So some of it, I don't know if you watch it like as soon as it come out. I'm not saying they don't have predictive programming, but some of it is actually just really timely. Like something will happen in the news and they'll make that episode like 4 or 5 days later based on that concept. You know what I mean? So, but I love South Park. I love how their commentary, how they embed their commentary into the actual show. And Yeah, and they had some shit about. I ain't even gonna get into it. I ain't gonna nerd out right now, but them niggas, South Park is really on one. You know what I'm saying? If you haven't watched South Park, especially the latest 2 seasons, definitely check that out on Comedy Central and on their website. Dwayne Donovan also says, I Am Legend has similar plot to 2020. And so I guess it's safe to say we all see predictive programming. And of course, you know, we seen cell phones before they came out. We seen watch phones before they came out. You know what I mean? So the only thing we didn't see yet is overwhelming presence of flying cars and all that shit from like the cartoons back in the day. We seen FaceTime before it came out. You know what I mean? So hopefully Walking Dead isn't predictive programming. I don't know. What y'all think about that? You think the zombie shit might come next? What you think?
I hope not. I don't know. These shit. I don't know. When I got my first COVID test and they took that thing up my nose, I'm convinced they put a chip up there. So I'm just trying to, behave.
Oh man, Schoolboy, what you think? You think the zombie apocalypse?
Man, I saw a group of white. Yeah,
I guess that's our answer.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, cool. I saw a video of a group of white people doing the Cupid Shuffle, and that looked like the zombie apocalypse. All right, so I think it's very possible between that and the mayonnaise sandwiches with raisins, like something gonna change. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
What the fuck is the what do you call it? What the fuck is the shuffle? What is that?
The Cupid Shuffle. To the left now, y'all. Right to the left side. Yeah. Yo, and
universal single person song at like the wedding. Like that's the one everybody can jump on and do.
Yeah. Like usually you should be able to do it, but when your spirit just ain't right, that left stomp move a little bit different. They telling you exactly what to do. There's people jumping around everywhere and throwing their arms around. I seen an old lady drop it down like it was hot and pull it back up like it was actually pretty disgusting. So I think the end of the world is definitely closer than it was yesterday.
All right.
I can't stand, in case if anybody paying attention, I can't stand the electric slide, and I damn sure ain't fucking with no Cupid Shuffle. But I wish I came up with it though. I wish I was smart enough to say, let me make one of the corny ass dances they play at the wedding, get $1 million real quick. Redemption's laughing at Schoolboy. Miss Ravioli says everything is planned out in millenniums. How many B1s can see multiple millenniums out? New name alert, Mia Chip. Mia Chip. And and Dwayne Donovan, salute to the G's again, says the CDC has zombie protocol. Look it up. It's been in effect for years. You know what? I thought I was joking, man. Why you fuck my morning up with that shit, man? What the fuck? Zombie protocol.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? You gotta realize too, man. I used to know, because I lived in Atlanta for a long time, so I knew some people who worked at CDC. Like they play too fucking much. A lot of those people are really like regular as fuck. So I wouldn't be surprised if somebody was like, you know what? Yeah, we should just make this zombie protocol just to be funny and then release it and see what happens. So
you fucked everybody morning up with that, G's. Redemption said, just looked it up. Oh my fucking God. And Steph says, Logic can't dance. You're wrong, sir. You're wrong. All right. I know I look a little stiff this mic, but nah, bro. Pause. But nah, you're wrong, sir. You're wrong. Anyway, once again, good morning. It's the morning rant. And I don't know why you're not on the camera, Steph. I don't know where you at. You know what I mean? Maybe you can't, I don't know. Hit us up behind the scenes. And Mr. Ravioli says, art is life, life is art. I agree. They both imitate each other in full circle. And I believe we might have Vanessa Smilez coming on sooner than later. And I'm going to get to this next topic and or article about this COVID update. Apparently, there were this Alaskan health worker had serious allergic reactions after Pfizer vaccine. So we're going to look into that really quick. Let me pull that on the screen. So I don't want to read the whole article. I was hoping this video would explain it to us, but now they do. They got to get their money and pay the bills first with the ad. So let's see what's going on with this video. All right, so I have to refresh this page to get the video right. But basically, they're saying an Alaskan health worker had serious reactions to the vaccine almost moments after they received the vaccine. And the article goes on to say a healthcare worker had serious allergic reactions after getting Pfizer coronavirus vaccine Tuesday, symptoms that emerged within minutes and required an overnight hospital stay. The middle-aged worker had no history of allergies, but had an anaphylactic reaction. I hope I said that wrong. I think I butchered that word. That began 10 minutes after receiving the vaccine at Bartlett Regional Hospital in Juneau, Alaska. Hospital officials said she experienced a rash over her face and torso, shortness of breath, and an evaluated heart rate. With that being said, I'm not going to go into the whole thing. Here's the video. So they said she was discharged, but every time they tried to treat the allergic reactions, it just kept coming back. The reaction just kept coming back. So with that being said, it sounds like to me, allergic reactions is almost like it's not good enough of a term for what she went through. It sounds like she had more than allergic reactions. It sounds like she just had a fucked up reaction. What say you, Mia F baby?
Yeah, I think with these vaccines, the news is going to push whatever agenda that they're going to want to push. And that's not just like this woman. I hope she gets better soon. I just encourage us to like always look at just both. You'll probably hear me say this all the time. Look at both sides. So if the agenda is not to push the vaccine, you're always going to hear like 40% are having an allergic reaction. Okay, so what's happening? Just always question like what's happening to the 60%? What are the reactions? Everybody's body's different. So I mean, I'm personally not getting a vaccine anytime soon. So y'all go first and let me know. But it's just like another note in my belt, like, okay, well, this shit don't look like it's working out. But y'all be careful and be mindful of what we're putting out with this vaccine because you'll get a lot of information.
Facts. We definitely need more information. And with that being said, in the future, I will be doing an episode where I interview people who received the vaccine. I actually have somebody in my family, my uncle, in fact, who received the vaccine already. And I know somebody professionally who is actually part of one of those like test trial run things. So, which he doesn't know if he has the vaccine or what they give you. What's that called? The
placebo.
Placebo, exactly. So, Schoolboy, what's your thoughts, bro? Is allergic reaction too simple of a term to call that, or did she just the vaccine just fucked this lady up?
No, I don't think that that allergic reaction is the wrong word for it. I think that that's what we should expect. They made this. We have other pandemics that are ongoing. Okay, like polio is still like they say that they've gotten rid of polio in the wild, but the actual vaccine started another polio outbreak in Africa. All right.
Wow.
So, and that's actual factual, and people just don't like when you bring that up to people, they don't want to admit to the fact that the World Health Organization admits to that fact. They're like, yeah, we are like they put out articles like we eradicated wild polio, and then they go, yeah, but polio's still out here because of the vaccine. We've got AIDS. People forget AIDS is a pandemic. That's what Dr. Fauci is known for, working on his AIDS research, HIV research. HIV is still out here with no reasonable, what do you call it? Vaccine. Yeah, there's no vaccine on the horizon. There's no cure for it. So how is it that we've been working on HIV for what, almost 40 plus years now, and there's not even the first draft of a vaccine, but coronavirus comes out in 8 months, we got a vaccine ready to go worldwide. It doesn't make sense.
But to be objective, I heard this as a joke before, but they said somebody said AIDS kills niggas and faggots. So is it because the COVID is killing everybody?
Well, hey, Logic, I appreciate you being objective about who AIDS kills, okay? But that being said, yeah, no, man. HIV, not HIV, but coronavirus is killing a lot of people. I just
No, people, boy. I feel like we spend money what we want to spend money for. We got that $1 trillion to get them stimulus checks out like this, but schools have been underfunded for years. Communities have been underfunded for years. So it's like, what's your real agenda? And I do think when something is happening to white money, then it's a problem. Like white people's money was getting lost. So we were like, so white people said, all right, well, we got to do something about it. But if it was niggas and gay people, because I hate that F word, if it was niggas and gay people, like, no, they're not a priority.
I was just quoting the joke. No,
I just didn't want to repeat it. And I'm
Yo, and actually, that's exactly what they were saying in the 80s when HIV was first like coming on the scene. That's exactly what was the sentiment around the world. But like I said, man, we have other stuff that's been out for a lot longer that has no cure on the horizon. This corona vaccine, I'm just not convinced that they worked all the kinks out. Not to mention, like, you know this, Logic, I work in pharmaceuticals. I work in clinical research. We're doing those clinical trials. The people who are doing the clinical trials for folks for coronavirus, they're not planning to take this either. You know, even if they qualify, they would not be running to take this vaccine. So I'm definitely going to stick to what the researchers think. Like, I'm going to take my time. And
go ahead, say.
I was just going to say, about this time next year, I'll be ready to take it.
Right.
Coronavirus is 2020 flu. And so, like, to what you're saying about clinical trials, like, the flu, like, years ago was knocking niggas out left and right. Like it was the same kind of uproar. And, like, experiments take a while to, like, it takes time to know the reaction. And so, like, mass produce some kind of, first of all, anything that's mass produced by white people, I don't trust. Like, they cut too many corners for me. So you're mass producing some drug that's going to be in our bodies. Like, there's not even enough time to know, like, what the chemical reactions will be 20 years from now, because we don't have 20 years. You're speeding it up. So I'm with you all the way.
All right, so we're going to try to wrap up this topic. However, we do have some comments. Maine says, good point, schoolboy. Cap Ryan says, good morning to you, sweetheart. Virginia Sim says, peace and good morning to you, good brother. Salute, good seeing you. Brooklyn Honcho says, stretch and morning yawn. Good morning, Ranters. Good morning, good brother. Dwayne says, they are manipulating the germs, bacteria, viruses. That mutations of those OG strains of viruses is the scary part. I agree. And Mr. Ravioli says, we can no longer trust schoolboy's word on health issues. He's working for them folks now. Okay. So I do need to put on the screen this nurse reacts live on camera to the virus, and not the virus, to the vaccine, before we move on to the next topic. And as I do that, I'm going to bring on VeeSmilez and StepGotJokes. Good morning, people. Steph, where you at? Okay, he's rendering. Steph is rendering. He's a robot. V, good morning.
Hey, good morning, you guys. How's everything?
All is well. Good to see you.
Good.
All right, so check this out, y'all. Actually, Just One Love sent me this actually yesterday, and I was too big. I was kind of trying to pull up the video she sent me, but I actually found it on YouTube. So check this shit out, y'all. And mind you, I'm not trying to sway anybody's opinion one way or another. We just being objective up here. We're just being We're just being objective. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to hide anything from this audience, the best audience on YouTube. Check this out.
This morning, did you know you're going to be receiving the vaccine?
I did, yes. So, all of my staff, we are excited to get the vaccine. We are in the COVID unit, so therefore, my team will be getting first chances to get the vaccine. And I know that it's really, I'm sorry, I'm feeling really dizzy. Oh, I'm sorry.
Going down. It's over. You really excited till your ass passed out.
So as you can see, that was the nurse who just took the vaccine on camera and fainted. So once again, I'm not trying to sway anybody one way or another. Schoolboy, can you scoot over to your, I think it's your right? The other way? Yeah, a little bit more. The logo's dead in your face right there. All right, cool. And she fainted. She fainted right on the spot. And I mean, I guess we know how people feel about it. Vanessa's smiling. Vanessa Smilez is smiling. No pun intended. Schoolboy thought it was funny. I hope she gets well. And Kat Bryant says, hi. And Dwayne says, get her some milk. And Redemption says, I saw this and it's not entirely unusual to faint after being inoculated. The protocol suggests sitting for 15 minutes, which I read she did. But others have stated upwards, stated or sat upwards for 30 minutes or stated upwards for 30 minutes. Listen, and Brooklyn Hundred says she's faking to get attention. I don't think she's faking to get attention. I think that they prematurely put this woman on camera. That's what I think. I think they should have never even put her on camera after getting the vaccine. But people are so pressed to get press, no pun intended, right? A good press with this vaccine to get the people to willing to take it, that somebody thought it was a good idea to have somebody take the vaccine on camera and go straight to the press conference. Like she literally took the vaccine a few feet from where she sat for the press conference, which is ridiculous to me. They do say you're going to get headaches and dizziness and things of that nature immediately, and get over it. That's some of the things I've heard from people who've taken it or people who say they took it on, in the media. So it just doesn't make sense why they would do that. It's just not good press. But Mia, did you get a chance to see that? Did you see the nurse faint? My fault. I muted you as you unmuted yourself. Go ahead.
It's all good. I caught the tail end, but my opinion still stays the same. Just we're gonna get good and bad with this.
Right. Schoolboy, what do you think about them doing that? Your mic is on Teddy Riley, bro.
Man, this is good morning. So say the question again. I'm sorry.
Just give us your thoughts, bro.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think it was a good idea for them, obviously, to video it. But like you said, a lot of people are trying to put this media spin on it. Oh, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. They over here. Oh yeah, take the vaccine. It's folks out here passing out. I can't breathe. After they take the vaccine, bruh. No, nigga. Y'all try that shit if y'all want to. And I still don't understand how. See, Logic, you and I have these conversations off the camera oftentimes. Yo, they keep trying to lie in our face and tell us shit that don't make no damn sense. So we're short-staffed with medical staff, right? So the resolution for that is to give them an experimental drug that may take them out the game. Like, make it make sense. Make it make sense.
America does a good job at hitting the wrong target. Like I'm like,
Well, I agree with
we
that.
hit
Man.
the target, but it's like not that one.
Or also, man, I think they may be deflecting because fainting is I fainted before in my life. I have never taken a vaccine, but I fainted before. Fainting is something that normally does happen sometimes after you do something, that your body sometimes is not used to. Even looking up flu shots, like people, they have said that they've had experiences where people have fainted after flu shots. But I think that there's more to this drug that's going to affect the body later on that they're not going to show. I think that they're definitely going to show like what's happening now because they want people to be okay with fainting. They want people to be okay with, these symptoms that's going to come. So when the real stuff hits them, they're going to be okay with it too, in a sense. Like they took this vaccination and they're at home. Now they fainted. They're like, oh, well, they told me that I was going to faint after I took this vaccination. Then, 5 years later, then it's a moment where, their bones are decreasing.
I agree. They're going to be a mesothelioma commercial. You know, the ones that come, them law commercials, like, did you take this vaccine back in 2020? You may be entitled to a settlement. Yeah.
Lawyers going to be winning.
Yes, lawyer up, y'all.
All right, we make a great point. Thank you. And Brooklyn Hunter says it's calculated. Let me put his. There you go. Brooklyn Hunter says it's calculated. And Laura Bell says, once again, I'll let others take the vaccine. Brooklyn Hunter says, Stephon Fallout passed, and she passed out like white girls on TV shows. Very slow. Maybe she was fighting. Maybe she was fighting to not look stupid on camera because she already know we in 2020. She about to go viral. Maybe she was fighting. You know what I mean? I don't know. Redemption says, I do agree regarding concern about long-term effects. And it's going to be a long time before we even know what those long-term effects is. That's the fucked up part. And Brooklyn Hunter says, once again, temporary paralysis is enough for me to say no. Thank you. Yeah, that is a little scary thing. You know what I mean?
Yo, one phrase that keeps coming to mind is a phrase that President Trump keeps using about the masks and about the lockdowns. He keeps saying, let's make sure that the cure isn't worse than the sickness. He keeps saying that in some kind of way, shape, or form. Let's make sure that our resolution isn't, it doesn't make the people more sick. But this is exactly, I think, what's going to end up happening.
Yikes. All right. So like I said, in the near future, we will be doing an episode where I interview people who took the vaccine. We're going to do our due diligence. With that being said, speaking of masks, we're going to go into this next story where a young lady wore her mask to school. And, of course, they shitted on her because apparently the mask said Black Lives Matter. So let's check this out. Get our opinion of our opinion.
I'm sure mother is outraged after her 13-year-old daughter was told she couldn't wear a Black Lives Matter face mask to school. Ebony Wright argues the mask represents who her family is and what they stand for and that it should be allowed. Well, the school says the mask doesn't comply with student dress code. Jade Cunningham has more.
At about 8 inches wide and 4 inches high, this Black Lives Matter face mask is small, but its words powerful.
We've got a lot going on in the world with Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, and, to just know that, hey, I have two bright young children that can say, hey, Black Lives Matter. It's a whole expression of who they are.
So when Ebony Wright's 13-year-old daughter, Saria, called to say she wasn't allowed to wear it at school, disappointment set in.
At some point in our lives, we do have to stand up for ourselves because we represent more than just one. We represent a nation of people.
The St. Tammany School District says when Saria arrived at William Pitcher Junior High with the mask on Tuesday, she was told it was against school policy. She was then given a choice, wear a disposable one or keep the mask on and get in-school suspension. Saria says she reluctantly changed masks.
It's like kind of hiding the fact that I am Black and I love being Black, because everyone's different, and I like who I am. and I want to represent that.
According to the district's coronavirus guidelines, face masks can be patterned, have the school or district logo, or be monogrammed, as long as it complies with what's stated in the school handbook. There it says styles of dress and grooming never should be such that they represent a collective or individual protest.
My children are not protesting. We're just supporting the symbol of peace. You know, and that we just, that's what we're expressing, and that's all we've been trying to express.
Ebony isn't sure what's next, but hopes the school will reconsider their dress code.
You don't have to be afraid to express who you are, especially if you act out of love.
Jake Cunningham, Eyewitness News.
Ebony's 11-year-old.
Yeah, so that comes to us from Eyewitness News. I know we're going to have a nice, diverse opinion on this situation here. So let's get to it. So let's start with you, V, Mayor of Niggertown. How do you feel about this young lady expressing Black Lives Matter with her face mask?
As well as the mayor of Niggertown, I feel like I am parted, like as far as like whether it was right or wrong. Because truth be told, in a lot of places, when something bad happens and there's a symbol that's associated with that, you know, negative occurrence, like, you know, the Nazi flag and stuff like that, those things aren't allowed in, you know, in public spaces. So in regards to this Black girl wearing it, it's not that the Black Lives Matter mask is it's a symbol of negativity. It's just maybe, you know, the staff at this school, probably white staff, they're offended. But you have to understand the structures that you're going up against. And I think that that's where the mom and the child is misunderstanding. Yes, it's great to be proud to be a Black person. Nobody's saying that you shouldn't be. But this could be an all-white school staff. This is an all-white school. They don't want to see that shit. They don't want to go to work every single day and see Black Lives Matter on your face. They just want to teach all you Black kids and they want to go home. That's what they want to do. And if it was an all-Black school with all Black teachers wouldn't want a little white kid coming in there with the Confederate flag on their face. Some things are just controversial. Some things, you go to school, wear the mask. This is not a place to make a statement. How about you focus on your next midterm? How about you focus on the next pop quiz that's coming up in class? Wearing a mask should be obsolete. And as far as her being in the classroom and them asking her to take off the mask, and she's like, no, I want to wear it, and she wants to stay in suspension. No, now you go sit in suspension. You fool. You should put the disposable mask on. The focus is to get your education more than wear the BLM mask. I'm sorry, Black people be standing on the soapbox too much for no reason. It's a mess. It's not that serious. You can wear it as soon as you get out of school.
Okay, copy that. So before we move on really quick, I do want to read this comment from Captain Ryan. She says, hey, Black people, take the vaccination first because a Black female scientist developed it. Shaking my head. They damn sure did pull that as well. I did see that. And she also says, promoting the drug, business as usual. And Lovell says, why is this an issue? It's a damn mask. Jeez, people are so damn sensitive. And Redemption Song says, unpopular opinion, she shouldn't have had her child wear it at school. The rules were clear. I don't want to see white folks with Confederate flag symbols. Basically what, similar to what V, Mayor of Niggertown, just said. Mia, let's go to you. How do you feel about this? Is this fair, unfair? What say you?
First, I want to move to Niggertown. Sounds like a great place. And I don't know if you can be married and say something like that. Like, I just think, I respectfully disagree. I think they should be able to wear masks. I just feel like we should stop trying to make white people feel comfortable. Like, that mask makes white people uncomfortable, and that's not my job to make them feel comfortable. Is wearing the Spider-Man mask part of the school dress code? I can't see that any of those heroes. So, like, if she wants to wear that mask, like, she should be able to. As long as you don't say like fuck white people, I don't see the problem.
Okay, schoolboy, thoughts? Black Lives Matter mask at school.
I've got two things. The first thing is, I feel like this mom just really wants the attention.
She was loving that camera, wasn't she?
Yeah, like, get your goofy ass. First of all, right, with your big ass making all these extra grand gestures and shit. No. Sit your ass down somewhere. Better yet, put a fucking mask on with all these random people in your house. You know what I'm saying? So that was my initial reaction when I first saw it. I was like, this bitch is trying to get a fucking record deal. Oh no. Sit her ass down somewhere. You know. And then the daughter started talking and she sounded real grown. And I was like, oh Lord, it's one of those houses, man. You know what I'm saying? They act completely different when the cameras ain't there. It's a whole lot of niggatry going on in that house when the camera's not there. I can tell from the interview. All right. That being said, you know, I feel like people are comparing the Black Lives Matter mask to a Confederate mask, and those are worlds apart. If the teachers felt some kind of way about 3 words that actually are a fact, that's on them. Blame science or blame pseudoscience, whatever you want to blame, but leave that kid alone with their damn mask. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the classroom, if that's not appropriate, will make them feel uncomfortable enough to want to get rid of the mask if that's how they feel. Or if their parents are really putting what mom was trying to act like she putting into the kids, she'd have been like, no, I'm not using no disposable mask. Throw me an ISS with all the rest of the vagrants. For the mask, yeah, I would go to ISS for the mask. Fuck that, man. I'm not trying to be that close with y'all niggas anyway. and shit, ISS sometimes be a lot more fun in the classroom because you been there fucking with the ISS teacher every time they turn their back, acting like you're doing work and you're really not, and talking to your friends and shit.
Right.
Yeah, I'll take it. All
right. Steph, good morning, Steph. Let me see. Your mic is on Teddy Riley, Steph.
Good morning. Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you just fine. Listen, I hope you've seen that. But basically the synopsis is Shorty got suspended and or reprimanded at school for wearing a Black Lives Matter mask. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, I gotta say this. The term Black Lives Matter has offended them from jump. It's not that it was associated with anything political. It's not that because it's a protest. It's not none of that. The second that shit started trending on Twitter, it offended white people. Because the first thing they jumped out and said is, "Oh, all lives matter." That's the first thing they did. Just the notion that black people matter bothers them. You must realize this. It ain't got nothing to do with no protesters or none of that shit. The fact that you have the audacity to think your black life matters. That's the issue. So now, white people here in Florida wear shirts that have Confederate flags on them. It's happened my entire life. It's so common that I didn't even realize it was a big thing until my adulthood. Right? This is every day. This is not new. This isn't a stance. They wear it like it's fashion. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that again, you saying that your life has value because that's political, really? It's hypocrisy.
I can dig it. I feel everything you're saying. But I also recognize everything. And this is me talking my opinion in that part now. So hopefully are you done? I'm sorry. I don't hear you. You're on mute, bro. You're on mute. You put yourself back.
Yeah. No, yeah. I didn't want to overtalk you.
Okay. All right. So everything you just said was some real shit. You know what I mean? Same thing with Schoolboy. The whole panel raised great points. With me, I feel like the rules were clear. I do think Black Lives Matter is some form of protest, right? It's associated with protest because that's what they're calling all of our protests right now, right? All of our protests are, Black Lives Matter, they get the credit for it all. It doesn't matter who organized the protest. It's all going to be considered Black Lives Matter. Even when the riots happen, it doesn't matter who riot, they're going to say Black Lives Matter. So unfortunately, all protests are affiliated in that regards with the Black Lives Matter slogan. So when they say no signs of no dress code of protests, you know what I mean? They're talking about that. You know what I mean? But unfortunately, that's bullshit at the same time, right? I do think it's bullshit, and I do think as soon as they put that in the rule book, that's when the parents should have stood up. That's when the parents should have said, yo, we not fucking with that. You know what I mean? Somebody shouldn't have to get in trouble for them to be alerted with that. I mean, I'm guilty of not reading the rules for certain things too. I probably wouldn't have read the whole fucking manual and you know what I mean, dress code manual and all that dumb shit. I barely read updates, you know, on my phone or on a computer and shit like that. I don't read the whole fucking manual and shit, right? So, with that being said, I hope that they not just target this situation, but target that rule, right? You can't come at us for protesting what is right. You know what I mean? But at the same time, if I'm being objective, it would also open the door for a young white kid to come in there with a stop the steal protest. You know what I mean? Stop the steal for the vote Trump mask, or, you know, or some type of all right, you know what I mean, merchandise. You know what I'm saying? So maybe they're trying to prevent the race war from happening within the schools. But at the same time, I doubt it. I do think they're just saying, don't take that nigga shit outside, to be real. Let me run to the comments really quick. And Lovell, like we said earlier, said you can't compare Confederate flag to a Black Lives Matter flag. You can't, but you can compare it to when they're having these protests, like some type of protest, like a Stop the Steal protest mass. You know what I mean? Of course, it's not the same ideology they're talking about, but it's both like signs of protest is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? It's both signs of protest. We are protesting that Black Lives Matter. You know what I mean? Just like they're protesting Stop the Steal and whatever other goofy shit they talking about. Cat Bryan says, yes, I agree with her speaking entire mass nonsense or tire mass nonsense. I'm not sure. You can reiterate that if you want. She also was laughing at Schoolboy. Schoolboy definitely turned up for a second there. And Aki Better says, just got that top, y'all. Waiting on breakfast now. Good sir. Good sir. All right. Salute to your woman. All right?
Now this nigga showing off, man.
Why are you talking to us then?
He watching his favorite morning show. Y'all never got top and watch. Y'all never got head and watch your favorite movie or some shit. Cat Bryan says that's right. Speak on it. I believe she was talking to Steph. Steph was particularly in his bag this morning. I appreciated that, and that was some deep shit Steph said. And Redemption said same in VA when he said that it's so common to see them walk around in Confederate flags. They didn't even know it was an issue until he was an adult. That's some deep shit he said right there. And Virginia Slim says, I want to know where those billions Black Lives Matter received over the summer went. I think we all want to know that. I mean, well, not me. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? If you want to, my thing is this: if you're stupid enough to get swindled out your money, then you've been swindled. That's kind of how I grew to learn to feel about people getting swindled, because I feel like there are people out there who want to be swindled. You know what I mean? Because if it ain't them, it'll be Dr. Umar. And if it ain't Dr. Umar, it'll be the next nigga swindling them. And if it ain't the next nigga, it'll be the next white person swindling them. It's just, you could tell somebody they being swindled all day. They don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? So let them pay for their entertainment. Maybe being swindled is their entertainment. You know what I mean? Long as you didn't get swindled, we shouldn't really give a fuck.
Yo, that is hilarious, Logic. I just want you to know that.
Yo, that's my stance on it now. V, you agree with me? I feel like V would agree with me on this one. V, what do you think? If people get swindled out their money, what do you think?
If that's not the seller's fault. Everything's for sale. And whoever buys it.
Facts.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yo, yeah.
They didn't
tell you where they was putting that money.
Lessons later.
Y'all niggas are ruthless. Y'all niggas are ruthless. I hope no dumb niggas come across y'all path, because they're
Hey. There are no dumb niggas who support me. They are very, very good, strong-minded people who appreciate the craft.
Let me say this. I don't swindle people out their money, right? That's not what right. Nor does V, right?
We sell.
Right.
You
pay to watch V's videos. You get what you pay for, right? She's not promising you a video and then you don't get a fucking video or some shit, right? You know what I mean? If I've raised money for a film, that film is coming out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying I'm going to swindle people. I'm just saying I know people who enjoy getting swindled, and you can tell them till you're blue in the face, you're being swindled. They will argue you down. they would tell you not smart. Or
Wait, but is it swindling based on perception? If that person feels like that they're making a great investment, then maybe it's really not swindling.
Yo, hold on. I got the tiebreaker here. Like, you know, the person who walks up to the 3-card money game and the guy sitting there with all his friends, like, yeah, bet more. Yeah, you know, the person got a good experience. They got hyped up. They went into the thing and won a little bit of money. Then they lost it all. You know, they had a story to tell. And meanwhile, the 3-card money guy and his crew are going to get Burger King. I mean, everybody got what they want, man.
That's my point. Exactly. Steph, my fault. Go ahead.
No, I will say this, as far as being swindled, that kind of goes to what we were saying on Live and Point. We want to be R. Kelly good. We want to be so good that regardless of the bullshit that's clearly in front of your face, you will argue for us and still fuck with us regardless. Regardless of the evidence that's in front of you. That's how good we were trying to be.
Right. And Redemption says, I'm simply saying that by that logic, a Confederate flag could be passed as respect of history. It's a big can of worms. Leave it out of schools. I mean, I hear you. I was just saying that most of the protests, the slogans that are with proactive protests could be used. So with that being said, if it was a Confederate flag that said preserve history, you know, on it or something like that, because there are people that protest in that, then I couldn't see that. But just the flag alone, I don't think it's like the same. But I do think it is the same as if somebody has a pro-Trump mask or stop the steal, you know, mask, because that is a proactive, you know, protest right now. But at the same time, you know, to give credit to your point, at the stop the steal protest, there are Confederate flags flying. So, you know, but I'm just saying, but I do understand the point. Keep it out of the schools. You know what I mean? I do get it. Mr. Ravioli says, just say BLM, better learning movement. You had to learn. And Kat was laughing. Just One Love says, good morning. Dang, I overslept. It's all good. You already know you can catch the rebroadcast and or, you know, go to the beginning after the show is over. And you didn't miss too much, but I did play the video you sent us. Mr. B. Charleston, aka Hemp Lord, is saying good morning to people in the chat. Well, good morning to you, sir. And Aki Bella says, Northside forever. And Mr. White says, there's a difference between entertainment and good conversation, or being sold an item and being deceived into losing something you need. I think it's a fine line, sir. I think people are entertained by good conversations, and I think people donate to movements because they're entertained by the idea that they're going to be saved by this movement and or organization, right? So when you think of people like Umar Johnson, people are entertained by the fact that they think that they're donating to a black school that may or may not ever be built, right? So
they're donating to a descendant.
Right. So, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, I feel like after all of that, and you still, you know, this nigga ain't provide no proof that, you know, he has a curriculum and you're still donating. Well, good for you. You know what I mean? Enjoy supporting this man. You know what I mean? Because he could have had an online school since the beginning. He could have built up to the building, to the brick and mortar part of the business. Go ahead.
Yo, I had seen this nigga online selling Dr. Umar superhero action figure dolls. I was like, this shit is ridiculous.
That's what I'm saying. That's merch. They're being entertained by the idea that they may be doing something that may be so revolutionary or whatever. And they're bragging about it to their friends. So, you know, it is what it is.
StepGotJokes merch coming soon.
That shit got a little string in the back. You pull a string in the back and it goes, I am a descendant of Frederick Douglass. And then he started listing off all the black freedom fighters. Mother Harriet Tubman, you know.
I shake.
Yo, you know what I noticed about Dr. Umar when I seen him live one time? Dr. Umar, the reason why he's getting money, he's going to keep getting money, unfortunately, is because he's going to pander to the women. He's gonna pander. He's gonna tell him, "You're not smart enough to make this decision, so you need to call me so I can talk to your administrators because you ain't got no father in the house, and so I'm gonna be the father in the house and talk on behalf of your kids." Because he don't give a fuck about the niggas. It's like, yo, Dr. Umar, I feel like I'm a little bit depressed. Get to the back of the line, nigga. I'm talking to your mama. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how I felt when I was there, man.
Chris, that's a good observation. Chris Jones says, "Top of the morning." Top of the morning to you, brother. Good to see you. And
Good morning, Chris. So hold on. So, Schoolboy, are you saying that Dr. Umar is the Tyler Perry of medicine or doctoring, whatever you want to call it?
Yeah, he's the Tyler Perry of the I want to say Black empowerment movement, but there's a lot of charlatans in there. So you know, you got Dr. Umar, you got Brother Polite, man. Like, you know, if a nigga tells you he can take you to the promised land, but first he got to get your credit straight, you got to take that with a little skepticism. You know what I'm saying? You got to take it with a little skepticism.
so my action figure dolls want to say with Devontae.
What's up, Honcho? Good morning.
That's what my action figure going to say. Brooke Honcho took the words right out of my mouth. That's what my action figure going to say. Devontae is the name of the international name of niggerdom, Devontae. And if you watch older episodes, you will know where that inside joke came from. We're going to stick to the script and we're going to stay within the schools. There's a story that comes to us from a schools. It's pretty sad, but you know, we're going to try to get the sad shit out the way first. But apparently there was a sixth grader who had his audio and video turned off in a Zoom class, and apparently during this situation end up shooting themselves. Has anybody heard of this story yet? Anybody heard of this? Okay, so we're gonna check this. We're gonna check this video out right now, and yeah, it's pretty fucked up. So let's get to. Let me pull this up, and yeah.
Classmates throughout the day have been dropping off candles and stuffed animals. Now,
Okay, bear with us. It's loading for some reason.
it is just so devastating. Classmates throughout the day have been dropping off candles and stuffed animals. Now, the San Joaquin County Sheriff's Office says this is an investigation of suicide. Now, while we don't know what led up to this tragedy, experts say the pandemic is impacting children's mental health, and they offer advice to keep them safe. He was a son, a brother, a student, and to many, a friend. A community is reeling after deputies say an 11-year-old boy shot himself with a gun registered to an adult in his home while on Zoom during a Woodbridge Elementary distance learning class. Officials say the sixth grader did not have his computer camera on and was muted, but his sister was in the next room in her virtual classroom. He later died at the hospital.
I think this really highlights for us the invaluable role that schools play in our children's lives and development.
Child psychologist Tara Needham says her clinic at UC Davis has seen an increase in the number of kids saying they've had suicidal thoughts. She says children absorb the stress adults are feeling during the pandemic, and distance learning can be isolating for children who thrive on structure and social interactions.
All they need is one meaningful adult to talk to, and that used to maybe be a teacher or a coach, and they don't have that person now. So can you help find that one person who can be there for them?
And with the public health risk of fully opening schools, she says it's more important than ever for adults to emotionally check in on children every day. Keep an eye on changes in sleep, appetite, mood, and attention span. Students may show signs of avoiding school, make negative statements about themselves, or even try to harm themselves.
You know, I think it's easy to dismiss those things, but those are early signs that your kid is really struggling.
Needham's advice: do your best to listen without getting frustrated and provide structure and schedules.
So there you have it. I think we heard enough. V, let's start with you. What's your thoughts on this? What would the mayor of Niggertown do in this type of situation?
Not the mayor of Niggertown. I definitely think the parents should be held accountable. Whoever is that gun owner should be held accountable. There should be no reason or way for a child to even have access to something like that, to be able to complete that act on himself. I think it's a very sad and it's an unfortunate thing. And I think that, the parents definitely need to be held accountable because this is their fault.
Schoolboy.
I agree with that. Holding the parents accountable. It's really unfortunate that this happened in the first place. You gotta lock your guns up, or at least separate it from the ammunition. Like, why do you have a loaded gun at the house with your kids where they can get their hands on it? Either that, or you need to show them how to use the gun so they don't shoot themselves. It's not a damn toy. I'm all for teaching kids how to shoot though. Because I feel like, if the wrong person walk up in your house and your kid is at home and a gun is there, I don't want them running around like scared. I want them shooting somebody. That's just me though.
That is a great point, Schoolboy. I think that Black people there's a lot of Black people who are too scared to have to even teach their child self-defense. Like, they'll teach their child how to walk across the street. When it comes to Black people, you don't really see a lot of Black people like teaching their children how to shoot, how to hunt, to be, to be, defensive. And I think maybe had he had that knowledge, we would have had a different outcome. I completely agree with that.
I don't think he was Black either. I mean, was he Black? Was the kid Black?
Was he Black? I thought he was Black.
No, they were white.
Oh, he's a white kid? Wow. Well, that was, I don't want but I was going to say that's attention. Because, usually, like, white kids, like, there's a lot of, like, viral videos out there, like, little white girls shooting shotguns and,
I want the parents to go to jail, fam.
Oh.
I want the parents to go to jail the same way. If they were Black, they'd be like, yo, there might be charges for this.
Yeah.
I want the same fucking consideration. Like, yo, because my thing is this, that could easily turned into the 11-year-old taking a gun, having a feud with Raul across the street, and and shooting up his pinatas and shit, man. Not cool, bro. Not cool. So they got to do some time off that shit.
Mia?
I don't want the parents to go to jail. They just lost their child. I do think they should be held to some sort of accountability because you should be able to lock the guns. What I heard in the story was that, like, we're not sure what the motive is, but then they made the assumption that it was depression because they're locked in. So I really would love to understand what, like, the intent, like the background of this little boy's psyche was, because he could have been playing, he could have been curious, or he could have been depressed for whether it's the pandemic or something else. So they spent it to the pandemic, which I thought was interesting. But yeah, just overall, I feel sorry for the kid, and I just think, like, it's a terrible time, and I wish everybody involved comfort and prayers, all that.
That's a decent view. Steph, what's your thoughts? Did you see that?
Did not.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you, sir.
I didn't get to see it.
Okay. We're going to move on because we do have a lot of more articles to go to, but I will just say that the parents should be held accountable. And at the same time, this is a crazy time we in, and they definitely need to, you need to check on your children. So if your children can't be around other children, you have to be there for them. You have to be your child's friend in this scenario. I know they say traditionally you shouldn't be your child's friend, but I think this is a time where that has to go out the window, and you have to be your child's friend. You play video games with them, whatever you got to do. You know what I'm saying? You gotta hang out with your child. You know what I mean? You got to know if your child is going through this type of shit. So, with that being said, Virginia Slim says, I blame the parents as well. And Mills Lane, good morning, says, good morning, Ranters in chat. Good morning to you, good sir. And Redemption says, I agreed V. She agrees with V. And she says, shooting up pinatas. And she's laughing. And Virginia Slim says, fact, schoolboy, I take my daughters to the gun range. Guns shouldn't be treated as some taboo item in the home. And you know what? To speak to that point, unfortunately, people are going to point to this situation as reasons not to have guns in the home. So people who are usually like, anti-gun, they usually always bring up these scenarios where some dumbass parent didn't lock up the guns or teach the child how to use it, and or both, because the guns should always be locked up. The children shouldn't just have access to the guns, even if you are teaching them how to use it. You know what I mean? So they always use this shit as an excuse for, people who make sense not to have guns in the home. And nowadays you have all types of ways of keeping your guns safe. You have lockbox that are even fingerprint. You can use your fingerprint to get in your lockbox. You have something that looks like a piece of art that you can put on your wall that you can have your guns in. You know what I mean? It's so much creative shit out there in 2020 it should be no way this child should just have access to your fucking guns. Cat Brian says,
Oh, go ahead. Because I was like, there was a point I wanted to bring up. I think kids these days also don't realize how finite death is. And so I think like with them like killing themselves, like I don't think they understand. Because like my generation and the generation before us, we knew like death is like that's it. But I don't know if it's like social media or everything's like so rapid fire and like easy access to things. Like they don't realize like how they're cutting their lives short, and not just this kind of way, but in a multitude of ways.
No, I was about to say I totally agree. I always said that because I felt like I didn't fully understand the value of a life till I was about 25. So I just imagine these young cats don't, 15, 16, 12, whatever, playing with guns. They have no clue, and that's why when they go to shoot at each other, they do it so quick. They're so quick to fire on each other because they don't understand the value of a life.
You said some real serious shit, but I can't help but to be laughing in my head. You should know this stuff. Your camera is on such a lag that you're you're talking, but we're not even seeing your mouth move. It's like you're telepathically telling us some shit. I just hear your voice.
Yeah, I was like, God, is that you?
I was like, it's like you're looking at us and you're putting the thoughts in our head and shit. It's hilarious.
Yeah, but I was gonna say, Steph, that's a great point. When, like you said, you didn't understand the value of a life till you were 25, which is true. Many people don't understand the value until they get older. But also, I feel like because of social media now, a lot of children, they see people's death get glorified. They see a lot of their peers blow up after dying, or they earn money after dying, whatever the case may be. So unfortunately, some people are aspiring to have that happen for them, but they don't realize that they could have so much more by living on.
Again, that's V. You are absolutely correct. That is spot on. But the funny thing is, they so young, they haven't lived that long, right? So they think that's it to be glorified, right? 10 years later, we're not talking about that person no more.
Right.
I had a homeboy that died when he was 15. I was 12. He got shot. Right, he shot into the car. And like I said, when I got older, I realized I was like, that nigga didn't live.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't until then I was like, he didn't live on this earth. We wasn't here long at all. He never filed taxes, never had kids, never did normal shit, never graduated, didn't walk across the stage. He didn't live.
Yeah, that was actually going to be my next point too. Like that's such a good point in that level, because you don't even realize how much there is to life till you get older too. So it's like, damn, you didn't even get to see, you didn't even get to travel. You know what I mean? You didn't even get to experience buying a home or moving out or anything. You know what I'm saying? You didn't even experience being an adult. Like, yeah, that's a good point. Cat Brian says, right, there's more to the situation. And let me see. Redemption says, Slim, it's the responsible thing to do. I like that you are educating your daughters in that manner. And I do as well. And Mr. B. Charleston, aka Hemp Lord, says, little kids know how to use a gun. God bless that child and his sister. And Just One Love says, yeah, my dad told my girls don't hunt when I got grown, moved to the country, and in Louisiana, all them country black women was in a tree stand hunting. And in the country, you definitely got to learn how to use a gun. Mr. Ravioli says, no one is to be blamed for another suicide. It is possible to stop suicide when one makes up their mind. It is impossible, to stop suicide when one makes up their mind. The parents cannot be everywhere all of the time. Guns are not the only means of suicide. That's a good point. That's a good point. But I mean, they're not good. I mean, I still don't see it that way. I see that they should have access to that gun. I hear you on this other means of suicide, but you know, if they maybe swallow pills, they might have still saved that child's life. Maybe pumped his stomach, whatever. If it was a knife, they probably didn't know that you have to cut a certain way, because most people think you just got to cut this way, and then they end up surviving that shit, right? So it's like, you know, but the gun, access to the gun, like the parent got to be blamed for them having access to that gun. Just One Love says, needless to say, I don't hunt, but I can shoot. Salute. And in a tent on my daughter's learning as well. That's what's up. And Brooklyn Hunter says, I'm holding the hammer sideways like the gangster movies. Which obviously is a joke, because anybody who knows anything about guns know we're not holding the gun sideways. All right. And Aki Bet is laughing. Redemption says, I agree, Kat. There's more to it. Facts. And Aki Bet says, Professor X. And Virginia Sim says, indeed, redemption, teaching my girls skills they'll carry the rest of their lives is invaluable. No doubt. And Aki Bet says, Professor Malcolm X. And Just One Love says, on top of that, the music these kids listen to are very suicidal, suggestive. That's a really good point. There are a lot of songs where they're singing about being depressed and you know, popping pills and dying. That's really true. What that little Uzi said, that little nigga Uzi, all my friends are dead.
I heard that. Yeah, I was like, I think the first time I listened to it, I was cleaning up or something, and I was just like, oh, I gotta change this. Like, I don't want this in my chakra, my shop.
Why is the mayor of Niggertown dancing like that?
She love that.
Somebody.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, man. Like, at first, I felt the same way about Lil Uzi Vert, excuse me. But as I started to listen to him more and more, I fucks with it. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, and I think, honestly, I really think that this new generation, they have a strong connection to their feelings and their mental versus previous generations before. That's probably why maybe they're looked at as being super emotional and stuff like that. It can be a good thing or it can be a bad thing. I think everything is how you utilize it. Unfortunately, in certain instances, some people connect to their feelings so much where they get stuck, where they don't move, where they don't progress, they become depressed and stuff like that. Some people connect to their feelings where they become passionate, they become motivated, they become, you know, inspired to want to do more. So I think this generation could be onto something as far as them being deeper and connected to their mental, but I don't think that they're doing enough to propel themselves or prepare for their future. Like they're just focusing on the negative or, you know, the worst things that can happen.
Man.
Yeah.
That's cool.
These kids, man, first of all, there's certain drugs that make you do that shit. You be all emotional and then super depressed, and the next day you super happy and shit. Like, watch your kids for drug use, one. But the other thing is, you saying that you didn't like the song at first, but then it grew on you. I need to make a song that says, give Schoolboy all your money, put a catchy tune behind that shit, and drop my cash app through the fucking chorus. You know what I'm saying? I'll get a lot of niggas like that. You know what I'm saying? Don't kill yourself. Keep going to work. Just make sure you give me my fucking money. Goddamn.
Oh, man. But nah, I'm going to tell you, the first time I heard that song, I was driving. I was living in California at the time. And I had a friend who I felt was suicidal in California. And I'm listening to this song, and Uzi Vert's, "Oh, my friends are dead. Push me to the ledge." And I'm like, this shit is fucked up. And I thought about it. I said, yo, this nigga I know could be listening to this song. I called that nigga immediately. How you doing, bro? You know what I'm saying? How's things going with you? You feel me? Because I'm like, if this shit is on the radio and you're really feeling that way, that's programming. Let's not forget the second word to radio programming. So that's a really good point from Just One Love. And I hear you. Go ahead.
I think that all of us on the panel, we're pretty headstrong. You know what I mean? Like, we kind of know ourselves type thing. I think we have healthy self-esteems. I think we take it. Those of us who are like that, and I mean, I know it takes work to get there, because I wasn't always like, I wasn't a person who always had good self-esteem. You know what I mean? I didn't always talk to myself positively. I don't always do the shit today. But the point is, I know that one thing that's not gonna happen is that you're not gonna bully me into killing myself. Like, I'll kill you before I kill myself, right? But I think we take for granted sometimes that some people really do have that issue. You know what I'm saying? Everybody it's not as easy for everybody to separate. I hear this shit and I'm seeing this, but I know my self-esteem and myself well enough that I'm not gonna kill myself. And it's unfortunate, but definitely I like definitely reach out to your friends and family if you feel like they on that path.
That's a fact. And let's move on. We wrap these comments up. Miss Ravioli says therapy on a regular basis help. Effective communication works and is necessary. And I agree. Brooklyn Honcho says, are we going to have thought topics today? I got to dig in a bag of stories. I think, matter of fact, I got a thought topic. For you. Yeah, we got you. And Just One Love says, nah, Brooklyn Honcho flipping them guns out like the Westons. He'll be your Huckleberry. You know, Tombstone, one of my favorite movies. Inside joke if you watch that. Kid Murray says, true. Good salute to you, Kid Murray. Good to see you on the check-in. Cat Brian says, right. One of the reasons they're not being heard, guided, many factors. Yeah, that's a fact. And Brooklyn Hunter says, these new age rappers remind me of the guy who said, rub the lotion on the body. That was the psychopath or the killer in the movie. I forget the name of that movie, but the
Silence of the Lambs. Silence of the Lambs.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Kid Murray also says he's talking about money. All my friends are dead. Oh, okay, but let's not act like hip hop and rap in general, because I don't consider that shit rap. Is don't use double entendres. They don't have double meanings. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly what the hell that was. That nigga was not like, nobody hears that song for the first time. It's like, yeah, he's talking about money. No.
He's talking about his emo friends popping the mollies, willing to die. Brooklyn Hunter says they seem to be going in the gay Satanist type direction, painting the fingernails and all that and all the weirdo shit. I hear you, bro. And Cab Ryan says, yeah, redemption. Many times the media, these articles provide only a portion of the actual story. And Just One Love says, I like to hear what Brother Muhammad will have to say about this topic. You know what? Me too.
Good brother Muhammad.
Good brother Muhammad. Muhammad, if you're in the chat, if you're watching, feel free to hit me up behind the scenes and we'll put you on before it's too late. However, I do want to mention this one story, and there's no video to it, so I'll just read a little bit of it. And this is like instant karma. Man shoots two Arkansas paramedics, then dies after one returns fire. A man who reportedly shot two Arkansas paramedics early Thursday morning was killed when one of the victims returned fire. Salute to those paramedics. Kevin Curl Jr., 22, was shot dead after feuding with paramedics who were giving aid to his 20-year-old girlfriend about 4:40 a.m. in the city of Pine Bluff. The Arkansas Democrat Gazette reported, citing police. One of the paramedics, John Springs Sr., 21, told the police that Curley aggressively approached them as they were inside their ambulance. When Curl refused to back up, Spriggs pushed and punched him. Curl then took out a gun and shot Spriggs and his partner, Joshua Godfrey, 35, 3 times each, according to the report. Springs managed to return fire, fatally striking Curl, who was later found by police dead inside the kitchen of the home paramedics responded to. Paramedics were taken to the hospital. So I just thought that was something we had to throw out there. Sound like instant karma to me. V looks shocked. What you saying, V? What you think? The paramedics in Nigga Town got to carry the blickies?
Wait, I'm confused. But in Nigga Town, yes, our paramedics will be carrying the blicky. So, and that's crazy. I gotta take somebody's life to save a life. Like, that's crazy. That's so wild. I gotta take somebody out just so I can go save this person over here. We are in a wild society.
V. Did you notice that what time again? Logic. What time was that shit happened, bro?
4:40.
4:40 a.m. Right? You already know what's going down, sir. Bro. What the hell are the ambulance doing at the crib that early in the morning, bro? Why y'all niggas was awake that early in the morning?
Oh, they was on one.
Yeah, they was on one.
Wait,
she was like, my heart beating fast. I can't breathe. Call an ambulance. there, and the nigga was like, "Yo, get your hands off my woman." He was like, "Sir, take a step back, sir. We're trying to help." Nah, nigga, you over there touching all her titties and shit, sir. We're trying to check her vitals. Yo, I'm gonna go in the house and get the blicky, bro. Go in the house and get the blicky. I'll bet. I got something for that nigga when he come back. That's out the pain, bro. The fuck out of here with that bullshit.
That nigga said, "I'm coming."
Paramedics had the L. Paramedics had the L's this week. This is like the third EMT story we had. Like, it's time for new training.
Except that these paramedics wouldn't have got robbed, apparently, like that we reported earlier. Steph, I don't know if you heard that story or if you want to comment on it.
No, I didn't hear it. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you fine. We can hear you fine.
I just switched computers totally.
No, you're good. You're good. We can hear you. You might want to tilt your camera a little bit, but
I do want to say I do have an appreciation for the New York City service, because most of the time in New York City, when an ambulance comes, a police car comes as well. Most of the time. And then you have some instances where they would only send the ambulance, but most of the time when you see ambulance truck at any location, you're going to see a police officer at that location as well, which is good for instances like this. Like, this is wild. This is super wild.
Brooklyn Hydro says, paramedics said, "I'll keep you in this world. I'll take you out." And Miss Ravioli says, "What I tell y'all, EMTs be giving out that work in Arkansas."
Yeah.
In Arkansas, apparently so. And so this next situation, y'all know this should have been somewhat of a COVID update, but it's some bullshit at its finest. You know what I mean? So check this out. A fight erupts in the elevator, and I'm just gonna let you see why. So I guess I'm gonna have to narrate this because there's no, audio, because if you don't know, legally, you're not allowed to record audio when recording people. I don't know if people know that. You're not allowed to record audio when recording people. So a couple people get in the elevator, you know what I mean? Looks like a white woman, two white males. They're in the elevator. They're chilling. It's a small elevator. I wouldn't want any other person in that elevator due to this whole corona pandemic bullshit, right? And so the guy tells the next person, no, you can't come in here, sir. We're full, sir. And the guy said, "You know what? Fuck this. Fuck that. I got places to be." So off top, he's disrespectful. So the person on the side must have said something like, man, it's a pandemic, man. It's a fucking pandemic. Why would you come in this elevator with us? And his response is, nigga, fuck your pandemic. Fuck your pandemic. Now, that one man who got coughed on is taking that as an assault on his life, and he's going to fuck you up before corona gets to him, if corona gets to him. I respect that. I respect that man. I respect his gangster. I would feel the same way. Coughing on me like that. Pulled that nigga by his hair like his name was Shaniqua. Devontae!
I think it's important to know.
His lady tried to actually stop him from fighting. He said, "Come back in the elevator, bitch. Fuck is wrong with you? Yeah, man, let me put hands on this nigga. Get the fuck out this elevator." Respect that man.
Yo, Logic. Great motherfucking job, my guy. Narration on point.
Yes.
Give yourself a round of applause for that
Commentary excellent. No, commentary excellence at its finest. I actually wouldn't have wanted to see it any other way.
The narration was on point because that was Jah in the elevator with them. He was the guy with the gloves. You couldn't see who it was. He had the jacket. That was Jah in there. I was like, that nigga Jah got 2 masks, gloves, had hand what's it called? Disinfectant spray in his back pocket. I don't know if y'all paying attention.
All that. All of that. And you know what? And that guy who was saying it was me, that's the only reason he probably didn't put hands on him, because he's like, I'm fighting this nigga in the fucking middle of the pandemic. This nigga gonna get his fucking bodily fluids on me.
Yo,
nigga.
I think he would have escaped had he not coughed in that lady face. He'd have rolled the elevator to his destination because they were already tight that this nigga got on. But I think he knew to get on and face forward, like don't do nothing extra at first. But I think that something just clicked in his mind where he was like, "F this shit." Now I don't believe it's okay to invade other people's spaces. That's why he got his ass whipped with that call.
Nah, you ain't gonna call for me. That man is an American hero. We should give him a medal. The only thing that he did wrong was he didn't put feet on him. You got to do hands and feet. I ain't seen no stumping out. And that's what it kid, you got to protect your hands in this pandemic. So I would have preferred to see a nice stumping, but you cough in my face. That's gunshots these days. Don't play with me.
No, and I think if you're going to be bold enough to do stuff like that, you got to have hands.
Right.
You getting your ass whooped coughing in people's faces. I mean, come on, man. You can't be coughing. You know what the audacity you gotta have to cough in the motherfucker face
today.
And
Even
then you can't back
coronavirus.
it up at all. Look like Nate Robinson was out there.
And why didn't everybody join in? He disrespected them all. Cops like spittles, like they spread. I feel like everybody should have jumped in on the fun. I don't understand why this white on white crime was not on CNN. This is what the world needs to see. And so here are the holes in the story. We needed a stumping out. We needed a good jump. I would have appreciated a jump. And we need to broadcast this white on white crime. This gives me hope.
So shitting all the good points.
Hey, and then the white dude tried to come back in the elevator. He's like, "You better get out of here, buddy."
Hey, at the very beginning, I thought the older the guy who got his ass whipped was a younger guy. Got his ass whipped by an older dude. I thought the old guy was going out at first. When they had each other up here at the top, I was like, "Oh shit, the old man gonna fall." He dragged that ass to the ground and then pulled him out of the elevator by his goddamn hair. That's a real one right there, boy. That's a real one right there.
That's pimping 1962. That's pimping 1962.
Yeah.
That's how the hoes got dragged.
He said, "Oh, you want to call for my woman? I'm about to beat your ass out this elevator. I wish your ass would get back in."
He smashed that nigga's head in the wall, and I was like, "Oh, he did. That ain't no regular fight. Like you've been somewhere before. Like, y'all go check to see if this nigga Italian."
But it's the thing. To respond to what was said, let me go to what was said last, and I'll respond to that first. The thing younger people don't realize when fighting older people is older people are willing to go further than you. They're not trying to look cool in a fight. They're trying to get the shit over with. You know what I'm saying? And trying to beat your motherfucking ass. And they're gonna do whatever they gotta do to take you off of here. But also to say why they didn't jump him. Obviously, his woman was on some dumb shit. Baby, stop. You know, she was on that type of time. So, you know, she that's why she didn't jump in, because she's an idiot. But the other guy, he obviously didn't want any bodily fluids on him. He wasn't with that shit. So he was like, you know what, y'all go ahead and handle that. That's how I feel about it, but I ain't gonna do it. So you notice he didn't even get back on the elevator.
That door opened up. That nigga was gone. I blinked and he was out of there.
Exactly.
That was John. That was Logic. Logic like, they fighting. I'm out.
I ain't gonna front. Listen, man, if you cough on me on some directly, basically, it's like you hope you die type shit. I can't live the rest of those days knowing that I could have fucked that nigga up. You know what I'm saying? So I would have had to. It's the harm is already done. You coughed on me. So now I gotta just, kick blood out your face. You know what I'm saying? Like they were saying, like Mia said, the feet would have came next. The feet should have came next.
Can I ask, Joe, I can ask you a real quick question?
Go ahead, bro.
How do you know he said, "I hope you die"?
No, that's what the cough says. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, that's what the cough is saying to me. Like, you're basically saying, fuck your life, fuck you. I hope you die. You know what I'm saying? Fuck this pandemic, fuck all of that shit. Because if, in fact, that dude is an asymptomatic carrier and you cough in my face like that, you might as well have shot at me or pulled out a knife on me. You know what I'm saying?
That's a stretch.
No, it's not. That's biological.
That's
Hold on, y'all. That's biological warfare is what I wanted to say. Go ahead, Steph.
I'm about to say, not when they got a point 0.09% death rate. No, it's not. It's not. It's just a level of disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Just like spitting. Like you before the pandemic, you spit in somebody's face. They got to go. Fuck it, whether or not you weren't worried about getting sick. You was just like, no, you think you can't disrespect me like that, dog. It was never about the germs.
Now, to go to your point, you know what I'm saying? People don't always die from getting stabbed. People don't always die from getting shot. You know what I mean? So you're assaulting me, sir. You're assaulting me. You know what I mean? You try to biological assault me. You know what I mean?
But isn't it an oxymoron for him to want to even fight him? Like that doesn't make sense to me just a little bit. Because if you are just so upset that this person's coughing on you and quote unquote spreading germs, you shouldn't want to touch this person at all. Like so, at that point, I think he's definitely fighting him for like the disrespect. Like I think that's.
I'm sure the disrespect was a big part of it. Like Steph said, like it's like spitting in his face or whatever. But I think the other part of it is that it's too late now. Because it transmits so easy. We're in such a tight space, and you cough directly at me. So if you, in fact,
it's like he already spread his germs.
Yeah, it's done. It's done. Yeah. So now here's the after.
Mixture. Yeah, it's a mixture because if you bold enough to cough on me, I don't know what else you've been bold enough to do, and I don't know you like that. You cough. Like I'm giving you this ass. Like this is a pre. What is it? When you write them checks early? Like don't cash it until Friday. Like this is a post dated check for this ass whooping just in case I have to come back because I may not see you then. So you about to get these hands and feet. You about enough to cough on me. Like you definitely about to get your ass whooped.
Right. Just in case if I get sick later, I'm gonna beat your ass right now.
Yeah, that and coupled with disrespect, and you disrespected my family. Like you gotta go. You out of here. Mm-hmm. I'm just doing that same thing. And you know it's a pandemic, and I'm already freaking out because we've asked you not to get on the elevator. It's a small, like that elevator looked like a coffin. It's a small ass elevator. You decided that you wanted to be selfish and get on the elevator. We already irritated at you, and you gonna cough in my face? Oh yeah.
Now he coughed in that man's wife's face, and that's why he got his ass beat.
Oh, and that's your wife too, bro. Come on.
I couldn't even imagine. Like I don't even have girlfriends. I just have girls who I be out with. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still sensitive to disrespect towards them when I'm with them. So I couldn't even imagine being out with my wife and a nigga coughs on her in her face on purpose. Oh nah, bro. You're gonna have to see me right now.
Hey, can you imagine the nigga just saying like you right there, and he decides to cough in her face? That's really insulting you too.
Yeah.
Because somebody think they can do something to your woman in front of you, they definitely don't respect you.
That's a fact. So let me wrap these comments up. Hold on, Mia, my fault.
If I'm the girl and you didn't do nothing about it, we breaking up. Like you break because I'm gonna disrespect you for the rest of your life, and I don't even want to be in that kind of toxic relationship. So we breaking up. You better have whipped that nigga ass.
You ain't do shit when that nigga coughed on me. Fuck you.
Yo, y'all gotta be. See, this is why I don't have a girlfriend, bro. Because chicks will get you all up in some shit and be like, "I'm breaking up with your ass because you ain't beat that nigga ass." But they got the first.
But what if he fought him and lost? Like, what if he fought him and lost though?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And he still tried to defend.
That's a question for me. What if he fought and lost?
I would have respected him for standing up for himself. Like I'm big on courage. Like you ain't gonna win everything, but if you gonna let this nigga cough on you and let it slide, but no, go take your shots. Go take your shot.
Yeah, I respect that. At least he tried.
No doubt.
And won.
Yeah.
But, you know, I feel like God was on his side. Like there was no way he was gonna lose that. Like I was like, when
he dragged him off the elevator, his legs was all loose as he was getting pulled away. I was like, damn, that shit looked personal.
It was super personal. All right, y'all. So let me wrap these comments up. Kia Bryan is laughing. She also says, "Wow." Brooklyn Hodges say he put them slow motion pause in him.
Facts.
And Just One Love says, "No, Dontrell." Dontrell. All right. Redemption was clapping because he did a good job. Then everybody laughing at Brooklyn Honcho.
Yo, you got to pull back the Dontrell joke because I don't think everybody's getting it.
Well, you know what? People, you gotta watch the episodes. You have to watch the episodes. We got inside jokes up here. We got inside jokes. V's the mayor, nigga town. Dontrell is the internet is the national name of niggerdom. You just have to watch the other episodes. If you're late, you're late. But if you've been here, you've been here. You know what it is. Brooklyn Honcho says trash bars tonight at 9 p.m. on the Ranters Union. Is it at 9 or is it at 7, Steph? Are we doing that 7 or 9? I forget.
We was just gonna do that now. We hadn't changed it, so I wasn't gonna change it.
Oh yeah, that's right. You wanted to change it before, but we do have something before that, so it might be a little late because we're gonna have Little David and Chill tonight as well at 8 o'clock. So are you cool if we go a little later, Steph? If we
always do.
We always do anyway. Yeah, facts. So before that, just so y'all know, tonight at 8 o'clock, we're going to have Little David and Chill, where we're going to look at some previews. We're going to look at some clips from Little David web series produced by Zeg.
We're going to watch the whole episode. We're going to watch the whole episodes together.
Oh, we're watching the whole episodes? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay. Yeah. All right, that's what's up. I thought it was going to be clips, but I'm glad that's episodes. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to do trash bars. And Steph, if you want to push it to 7 so you don't go too late, we can do that as well, because that starts at 8. You know what I mean? So we'll talk behind the scenes, but just basically make sure you click the bell, you know what I'm saying? So when we do go live, you know what it is. But everybody here is dope. Everybody here, they pull up when we go live anyway. So it is what it is. But definitely trash bars tonight is going to be lit. Who do you got on the show today? Do you know? Nah? All right, cool. We might get Mia to pull up for that shit. How about that? Let's see if we get Mia to pull up and play the game show.
I'm with it.
All right, that's what's up.
I'm with it.
And Chris Jones says, yeah, excellent work by detail by detail of that video, Logic. So salute. Thank you. I might start doing voiceovers. Who knows? Just One Love says, old folks sure believe no rules in a fight. My dad told me, piss on them if you got to. Get them off of me. No hold bars. Facts. No rules. Brooklyn Honcho says, Mia F. Baby. What the F stand for? Her last name. And Just
Whatever you want.
Just What Love says, I haven't had to pee on nobody, thank heavens. And Sugar Shay, she says, good morning to you, Sugar Shay. Good morning.
What's up, Sugar Shay?
And Kid Murray says true. Kid Murray also says, is that really why? And I don't know which part you're referring to. Virginia Sim says, girlfriend, man, I don't like you anyway. Wifey, then dude catching a fade. And Kim Murray also says, free Dontrell out. If you know, you know, is what I'm assuming he's saying. So speaking of this whole coughing on people shit, I definitely, and Mia, I don't know, are you staying with us a little later? Because we reached 9 o'clock. Can you stay a little later or what's up?
I got a little bit of time. I'll let you know.
All right, copy that. And speaking of people coughing on people, it was an article that we didn't get a chance to get to. So, you know, sometimes we cram a lot of articles and we don't get to them in time, but we definitely wanted to talk about this one. And after this, we'll go to Thought Topics. V, can you stick around for Thought Topics later today? All right, cool, we good. So check this out. There's a Trump supporter who was also running around coughing on niggas.
Away from me! No.
Do what you want.
Get away!
I'm not anybody's.
So apparently, I think he was at a pool. If you look closely, he has some type of floaty device on him. Grown ass, baby ass nigga who can't swim. So check this out.
Okay.
Get away from me! Get away from me!
No. Do what you want.
Get away!
I'm not in anybody's
You
face.
don't get
You
away.
are in my face, and you don't have a mask. You need to back up.
Oh, that's assault. That's a
I
good.
breathed on you.
That's a
Ooh.
good. Get it. That's assault.
That's
That's
assault.
assault.
All
All
right.
right.
Oh my God. Now call the cops and ask them to come get me.
Now call the cops and ask them to come get me, you simpleton, is what he said after that. And there is
A simpleton.
But this is the thing. She did call the cops. So apparently the rest of the article goes, one of the President Trump supporters is facing criminal charges after being caught on tape coughing on someone without a mask. And it happened on 45's own turf, no less. The London County Sheriff's Office tells TMZ 61-year-old Raymond Deskins has been charged with a misdemeanor, simple assault, and was released on a summons after somebody got a citizen's warrant from county magistrate. Magistrate, if anybody doesn't know, means judge. Do you think this guy should be charged? That's the only question I have for this. We don't want to spend too much time on that. I'm starting with the mayor of Niggertown. V, talk to me. Should he be charged?
Because he's white, yes, he should be charged.
I love it. Hold on.
If he was a black person, I would say no. But it's crazy how we're coming to a place in the society where people are going to jail for coughing. But black people have gone to jail for a whole lot less. So
Schoolboy, should that man go to jail?
Hell yeah, and throw away the key. All right. He violated, He violated. He's supposed to go to jail. He needs like I'm gonna do him like they did me when I got my first ticket in rural fucking America. He needs to spend some time in jail. He needs at least 24-hour community service, all right, and over $1,000 in court fees. Absolutely.
There you go. Steph, that man catch a charge.
Can I ask a question real quick? Like, why was he wearing Trump stuff? Like, the election over.
He was wearing a Trump floaty. I don't know. I think he was
wearing a Trump shirt too.
Yeah. I mean, why does anybody still think he won the election? I don't know. But
it's because that boat sank and he's trying to stay afloat.
Ooh, bars.
Hey, but I don't think he should be in jail, man. I think they should put him in a cage with another white person, giving each other knives and forced to fight it out to the death. One of them got to walk up out that motherfucker. That's just how it is.
I mean, that's what jail is, isn't it? I don't know. Mia F. Baby, executive producer Mia. I like that. EP.
Yes.
Yeah. Talk to me. Should that man go to jail? Should that man go to jail?
Oh, absolutely. Send that man to jail. The white domestic terrorism is at an all-time high. And we need to start punishing them to the fullest extent of the law. School board, I just think your punishment is a little too low because that nigga got $1,000. So let's take that bank account. Because his resource, obviously he got time. If he got time to buy a floaty and have a Trump support, we need to take all his money and get these white domestic terrorists out of here ASAP.
I like that. Domestic terrorists. Yo. Chris Jones says, V, are we going to allow this BS in Niggertown land? She's not with it. She's not with it.
Only people who get away with stuff are niggas.
Oh, shit. I got to re-examine if I want to move to Niggertown. Come on, you can't let niggas get away with everything. Jeez. Brooklyn Hunter says, grown man wearing a Trump floaty. My man Chad know what a magistrate is. Somebody had to appear before. Yeah, you know when you call a judge your magistrate, they give you a little bit more respect to it. Okay, okay. You know what I mean? Because you're showing them a little respect. So
no, the magistrate be on some bullshit, bro. Like I'm just gonna tell you this right now. If you're ever in trouble and you need something, you black, don't go to that magistrate looking for nothing, bro.
All right, Chris Jones says, hell yeah, he should be charged. Fuck him and fuck Trump. And okay, and Mike from Boston, Sugar Shade salute. Yes, salute to Sugar Shade and checking. So we're gonna start. V, you sent me a thought topic, correct?
Yeah, I sent you a video that I found and I thought it was kind of crazy. Most females could relate to this who get their nails done. But if you had another video that you wanted to put up, you can definitely do that too.
So this is not a video, but it is an article. I will read it and let you go ahead and give your feedback. Boy, before that, Steph, were you trying to say something else on that last subject? My bad. All right. So, yeah, what we're going to do is I'll put that video up, but I just want to talk about this really first because I feel like we got to preach to the women. You know what I mean? I feel like the women on this panel is going to agree with what I have to say. But we do know that Thought Topics is a V joint, you know what I'm saying? But we're going to bring this article on a platform. So let you give the first commentary, but I do want to preach to these women in regards to this thought topic. Model known as the Mexican Kim Kardashian dies from butt surgery. And I'm going to go ahead and read a little bit of the article, but I mean, that's pretty much all we need to know. But an Instagram influencer known as Mexican Kim Kardashian reportedly passed away in Colombia after a failed butt lift. Jocelyn Cano boosted an Instagram following of nearly 13 million, as well as a swim line, Jocelyn Cano Swimwear. According to her LinkedIn profile, she studied microbiology in San Diego State University before becoming a social media influencer and model. While the 29-year-old's family has not confirmed the model's death, her funeral was reportedly uploaded on YouTube Wednesday. And according to the caption, Cano passed away December 7th. Brazilian butt lifts have become the fastest growing plastic surgery, according to 2015 statistics from American Society of Plastic Surgeons. From 2000s to 2015, butt lift procedures rose 252%. So, V, what's your thoughts on this situation?
I love Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj has said for women to go to DR and get that fat transfer. I do believe that this is a part of what happens. This is a part of, the results of you trying, I've always even heard this as a child, being pretty is hard work. Being pretty, is not easy, which is true. There's certain things that when it comes to being a woman that, it's not going to be easy to do. It's not going to be easy to pull off. Sometimes there is going to be some pain involved. And then also you can be beautiful effortlessly. Clearly, this is not something that this girl wanted. She got 13 million followers for a reason. Looked like she had some work done prior to even going to get the work done. I'm not saying that it's unfortunate because this is something that she wanted. I don't think she was forced. I think that she wanted to do this. And I think that when she signed that waiver at that hospital down there in Colombia, that she knew the possibilities. Now, she didn't think it was going to happen to her, but she knew the possibilities. So she looked good. It doesn't seem like she really needed it, but some people think that they do. Maybe that was going to bring her 10 extra million followers. Maybe that was going to bring her a bigger bag. Firefighters risk their lives every day, for the money that they make. So I feel like, even when it comes to these IG models, they do things to risk their lives as well. They're going to get these fat transfers to you guys at home. She sacrificed her life for the betterment of the entertainment industry for you niggas at home with your dicks in your hands. So I would say salute to her. May she rest in peace, and may the fat transfers continue.
Okay. I have a total different opinion on this, but this is Thought Topics with V. And I'm gonna let the panel get a little crack at it before I get to preaching. Schoolboy.
Yeah, man. Like you said, she does look very beautiful. I don't know, I'm not big on Instagram, so I don't know about all her followers, but you said she has millions of followers. Yeah. You know what? My sister told me this years ago. My sister's a very beautiful woman. And she said the same thing. Like my mom told me that, beauty is pain sometimes. And, I didn't get it at first. Now I've gotten older and now I get it. Like women really do put themselves through a lot. That being said, I think if you survey 7 out of 10 men, maybe 8 out of 10 men, most men don't want to see all that extra shit. I don't want to see no fake ass. I'm not trying to see no fake titties. I really don't want to see no fake hair. I'm not trying to look at no damn lice-infested eyelashes. All right? Like, what I want to see is whatever God gave you, we're going to work with that. Because I'm going to guarantee you this. When I pull this thing out, we not add no extras. It's going to be whatever comes out of this shit. That's what you're going to have to go ahead and chomp down on. All right? So just keep it real with me, and I'm going to keep it real with you. But, yeah, man, it's unfortunate that a lot of women are doing this to their bodies and killing themselves as a result. At this point, when she first signed the waiver, it was worth it. And once she died, it wasn't anymore. That being said, last point, she's not doing this for her fans. I don't think she's doing it for herself. I think that Sugar Daddy was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I want you to have a bigger ass. Take your ass down there and do that transfer whatever else fat that's left in that belly and put it in your ass. Because that's what I like. And she went down there following orders and fucked up and lost her life, which is unfortunate.
Okay. Mia, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, this is an unfortunate story. I'm not anti-plastic surgery. I'm personally not with it. Like, I'm not about to cut myself up. Y'all niggas just gonna have to like the ass and titties that I got. But you know, I think a lot of a lot of plastic surgery, it is for, you know, other people. There are some women who like they truly do it for themselves. But like you look at like what Schoolboy said, I agree with pretty much everything he said. I can't think of anything I disagree with. Like, what's the cost of all of this? To one, keep it up. And then two, like you don't ever think it'll be you. So, you know, this is what happens. It's a tragic story. I'm pretty sure she was beautiful before all of her work done anyway. So I don't know. I just don't feel like it's worth it for most of us. We're doing it to compete with other women and get men who forget to wash behind their ball sack. So
all right, there you go. Steph, are you crying for this lady? Is he crying? Is he crying for this woman? Crying for. All right, Steph. Let's hear what you got to say. Let me hear the eulogy from Steph. Look like you got a eulogy prepared.
Now we've come to the end of the road. Still I can't let go. It's unnatural. This is unnatural. That much ass is unnatural. Man, imagine having a big ass, which I seen the pictures. I was on Instagram, respectfully, and she had a lot of ass. Imagine having a lot of ass and saying, going to the doctor and saying, more. It's just too much, man. You kind of brought this on yourself. I mean, respectfully, I mean, death shouldn't be a cause of, you know, what you pay for. But man, damn. How much ass did you need? You see what I'm saying? Bigger than that? What you gonna do? You don't got enough leg. You don't got enough leg to support that ass. Respectfully. Logic.
All right. So I guess I'm gonna have to go ahead and put myself on a screen as well. I didn't put everybody else on the big screen. My take on this situation is we don't care like you think we care. So we really don't give a fuck. At least me. You know what I mean? If your titties is hanging, women, let them hang. Let them hang. I don't give a fuck. All right? If your ass is a little, a little jiggly, a little, if it hangs a little bit, if it's a little small, I'm still gonna give you back shots. I'm still gonna slap your ass. Okay? So there's no need to have to do this for your body. You know what I mean? The majority of us out there do not even like that fake body with the toothpick legs and the big ass is all unnatural. We don't give a fuck about that. Yeah, we might follow you on Instagram. Yeah, like V said, some dudes out there might beat their meat and all that shit. But at the end of the day, we're gonna fuck you. If you're fat, skinny, or in between, you're gonna get the peen. You don't have to go to Colombia and risk your fucking life. Don't do it. So to all my women out there who's watching the morning rant, if you in the mirror and you say, damn, my titties hang a little bit. When I wear this t-shirt without my bra, this is my we don't care. We just want you to take your shirt off. When you lay down, it's all good. When you're getting back shots, them shits is gonna hang anyway. Let them hang is what you should get from this thought topic today, from the male point of view. Let them hang. All right? That's what
hashtag let them hang. And think about what her legacy is. I'm like the Mexican Kim Kardashian. Like, that's not even her. You know what I mean? Like, her life is a comparison. That's her. You know, respect to her, the dead, but you know, that's her.
But you know, it's crazy because dudes always say like we're willing to like accept it. We accept you as you are, which y'all should, anyways. But there's some dudes who do get a little snobbish after being with one woman for so long. They're like, "Damn, you gonna wear that bonnet again to sleep?" Or you know, you didn't match your bra with your panties. Like you know, you got to wear the holy t-shirts to bed. So I want men to really keep that mindset going of like I'm accepting that woman entirely. Some dudes they get like that as they as things
I don't mean to
progress.
cut you off, but I just need to say this: them niggas is gay. Them niggas
But hold up. Do not come into my bedroom with no dirty ass, holy ass t-shirt.
Why not?
Yo, because just take that shit off and walk around the house naked. Don't be walking around here with that bullshit. Then you over here looking like a damn peasant in England back in the damn castle times and shit. Nah, nigga.
Like y'all put a lot of onus on women to be like what you guys were saying earlier. Like beauty is pain. Like we get our hair done, we get our eyebrows waxed, we legs shaved. Like we got all this, and y'all niggas like.
Hold on. No. Wait. Hold on, because I was listening. You know what I mean? Schoolboy, who told you beauty was pain again?
My sister.
Exactly.
Who learned that from her
Exactly. And the only other who learned that from his mother. And the only other place I heard beauty was pain before was when I was watching with my wife watching Ugly Betty or one of them fucking female shows.
I heard of that too. My mom used to tell me that all the time as she would hot comb my hair and burn my ear every now and again. Like a lot of young black girls have heard that through, not just black, period.
But before we go before we go down a rabbit hole, my point is women are perpetuating that myth. Okay? Yeah, we might want you to shave your legs, but there's niggas out there who get off on hairy legs. You know what I mean? It ain't me, but that shit exists. V, you make adult content, that's a whole category in adult content and shit like that, right? So what I'm saying, look at schoolboy face. But what I'm saying is shaving your legs shouldn't be equivalent to getting breasts done, getting your ass done. We don't care like that. You know what I'm saying? And when we're with you, if you get a little fat, you just got a little fat. You know what I mean? The nigga who will come at you and say, "Oh, bitch, you getting fat," that nigga's gay. Okay? And then the other thing is wearing the t-shirts and all that. That's once again, that's just what you're wearing. You know what I mean? Schoolboy's talking about what you're wearing. If you're wearing some shit that just, it's like, come on, put on, be naked if that's the case, right? But we're not saying when he says be naked, that means stretch marks and all. We don't need you to fucking go risk your life. You know what I mean? To go prop your ass, make your ass bigger when your legs is, all small. We don't need you to get your titties perky.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
You pick, them titties be sagging. You ain't gonna do nothing but pick that bitch up and put it in your mouth.
That's it. That's it. Let them hang.
But one thing
go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm about to say, I know a lot of stuff with grooming and so forth and so on. It's not for men. It's to impress other women, to stun on other women. It don't be for us. Like that's kind of ridiculous that you thought it was for us. They don't give a damn. They know we'll take anything. That's why they don't care. That's why they raise their standards on what the other women think. Like, man, that's too easy.
Mia, you say something?
I want to be something that the hoes desire.
Mia.
Yeah, no, I grew up with the same thing, like the beauty is pain, but it wasn't in the context of plastic surgery. It was like when you get your hair braided, like sit your ass down or like plucking your eyebrows and all that. So like, yeah, beauty is pain. A lot of that you do for yourself. But I've also have heard on numerous occasions, I agree with you wholeheartedly, Logic. Like, y'all niggas don't care. Y'all don't care. Like, I have, like, you have an off day, and like, I'm literally like, oh no, I have, I'm late on my wax, and they had like my nigga look at me like, so, like, I don't care. So it do be in our heads, but it plays into our confidence because I know I feel like a bad bitch when like shit is on point everywhere. And then like schoolboy, like I agree with you to a extent when you start getting lazy, but it's both parties. Like we put a lot of onus on women. Like even our self-help books, everything is like how to keep a man, how to do this, how to do this. Like y'all aren't taught like how to treat a good woman. Like it's not like the same level with like books and media and all that kind of stuff. But like you should avoid some normalcy should be avoided in a relationship because that's when niggas get comfortable, and then when niggas get comfortable, it goes downhill. But it goes both ways. Like I'm not gonna be in no holy shirt, but you don't be in no holy drawers either.
Yo, let me explain something. You know, by the time I get married and really like commit to a girlfriend, like she's probably gonna be living at my house, right? And then I'm gonna be paying all the bills, right? And she'll just work because she wants to, and that'll be her money. And you know, the bill money will be the money that I put into the house because that's the dynamic that I want. So if I decide that I'm gonna come home and all my drawers gonna have holes in them, she just shut the hell up and just let that shit ride. I mean, I'm just saying, if I'm paying all the bills, like my drawers might be holy sometimes. That being said, men are visual. Men are visual. So like, yeah, you can give me your naked body. You can throw some pizzazz on it and put like lingerie on. But yeah, that dirty shirt that I don't barely wear, but to clean the damn, you know, house up and shit like that. Nah, don't be throwing that shit on and trying to entice me in the bedroom.
Hey, schoolboy, man. You're not getting married, man. Cut that shit out. You're not getting married, brother.
This might be true. This might, because I saw both of their faces. They was like, "No, this nigga's crazy." That's
no, like that's like, you sound like the nigga that buy you something and then like throw it in your face that he bought you something. If you're gonna be my husband and provide for me because that's what you want to do for me, you can't then throw it in my face and your convenience.
But see, this is the thing. Disqualification. Like here's the thing, right? I've been having this conversation for a while now, right? There's certain things that I'm gonna do in my household, and there's certain things that I'm gonna expect as a result. Like we're not. And the other thing about it is I don't subscribe to the theory that we're all equal because we're not. Like we're different. Like I'm not expecting a woman to bring the same thing to the table as I bring, but she shouldn't be. You know, I don't expect it. Like I don't think that we're gonna be doing the same things in the household because if that's the case, I could have just found some dude and we could have been roommates.
You know what I mean? That makes sense, brother.
I've always said that men and women are not equal. So that's why I do feel like when women do go out and they get, you know, surgeries and stuff like that, that's to the extent of what a woman decides to do to make herself look good. You know, guys have their extremes as well. I mean, you got niggas out here getting beards and shit like that, you know, and niggas getting liposuction. So there are different elements to it. And I feel like it's okay if a female is investing her, you know, energy into her looks. That's what she's choosing to do for her partner. Maybe she want. Schoolboy said, you have to understand the partner that you have. Now, Schoolboy's not going to pick a bitch with holy t-shirts. But, you know, there might be a dude who don't want a girl who ain't get her ass done. So it depends.
V, don't believe that shit.
I mean, I agree that. Like,
hold on, man. If Schoolboy sees some joint, if he sees something that we quote unquote call new pussy, and she's going to the laundromat in a holy t-shirt and sweatpants, he's going to holler. Stop it, Schoolboy.
I am. You're right. You know what? I'm ashamed of myself. I was definitely talking a lot of shit just now, bro. You're right. Got my ass. Damn.
Mia, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mia.
No, I agree where, like, I don't know if I want to say, like, men and women aren't equal, but in every relationship, I think everyone has the right to define like what the roles are, and some roles work for certain relationships and certain roles don't work. So you can probably find a girl who's like, yes, since you're paying all the bills, like I will promise never to wear holy t-shirts. I just think like relationships to me is both people choosing to please the other person. So you being like, you can't do these things and I'm gonna be able to be dusty whenever I feel like it because I pay all the bills. Like, fuck you, no. Like, no, I want you to look nice for me too. I want to have sex with you too. It's not me being the object and always like trophied up for you.
Yeah, and I agree. That's what I was saying. Like this type of dynamic ain't for everybody.
Schoolboy, you don't spend money on haircuts, brother. You might as well take that $20 and go buy you some drawers, man. I mean, cut the dumb shit out.
I mean, that's
haircuts, you know, some drawers, man.
I'm gonna share more information than you actually need, but you know, that's if I'm even wearing some fucking drawers. You know what I'm saying? I'm a commando this bitch. Fuck you, man. I mean, hey. If she ain't even gotta worry about no holes in my drawers, because as soon as I unzip that thing, the anaconda pops out, goddamn. We ain't fucking around no goddamn
All
drawers,
right, all
underwear, and
right,
all that other
all
bullshit.
right.
All right, let's wrap these comments before we get to it. They're laughing. They're laughing. Sugar Shay says, "Damn, the booty done failed her." And Brooklyn Hunter says, "Vanessa ass look better anyway." And Brooklyn Honcho, exactly. This is my point. Fake ass is corny. We don't want no fake, perfect shape, doctor sculpted ass. I wanted the natural shit. I want the natural shit. All right. Redemption says, "Really, V?" And she's laughing. And Virginia Slim says, "All in the name of clout chasing." Redemption says, "Screams of body dysmorphic disorder." And Sugar Shay says, "Why put foreign chemicals in your body? I'm just saying." We're all just, oh, she said like the vaccine. We're all just saying that. You know what I mean?
Yo, Shay doing too much, man. Have y'all seen Shay's body? She don't have to get that surgery. Her body's already crazy.
She looks gorgeous.
And Brooklyn Hunter says, "Women want to go under the knife for this reason." Drago voice. Just One Love says, "Schoolboy said lice infected." Yeah, there was an article we shared in the chat that we're not going to put on the screen, but apparently women's eyelashes, especially fake ones, are being subjected to lice for some reason. I'm not sure if that was an article that they created to, sell a product, but apparently that's a thing. And I remember when I was in health class in school years ago, I remember somebody told a story where their aunt had got fucking lice or some shit or crabs in their eyelashes because the stripper was dancing too close to their face. So there's that. Mills A says, "I've heard of a woman having a butter face, but not a butter life." And let me say, is Sugar Shay's laughing. Virginia Sim says, "Step was on her IG for research purposes."
Exclusively for research purposes, sir.
That's another point for black men don't cheat.
And Chris Jones says, "Word, I'm with Schoolboy. Having a plastic surgery is not real. I love all my women to be naturally. But like Logic said, her body, her choice, but rest in peace." That's true. It's her body, her choice, but fuck that. Let it hang. Lovell says she went to the doctor and said, "Massage, papi. Massage, massage, papi."
Massage,
And Chris Jones says, "Everything else can be fake, but as long as your pussy is real."
Hello.
Yo, when they start making fake pussies, it's gonna be a wrap.
That shit is disgusting, bro. Like,
oh no, the murder rate going up. Murder rate going up for that.
And Sugar Stick says, "Smash the like button. Thank you, sweetheart." Aki Better says, "Facts, all facts." And no agony, no braggony. And Redemption Soul says, "Anyone else notice that the iPhone emojis now pair with gender symbols?" I haven't. Wow. Okay. I need to look into that. Miss Ravioli says, JahLogic, "The behaviors of men do not match their words. Women love the bodies your mom took months to create. Men love the glizzy." What? Wait, hold on. Men love the glizzies your father passed down. What the? Men don't.
I think she's telling us to love our own penises, but we can't change our penis size, dog. That's it. You got a little dick, you little dick. Little dick.
You can't change it yet.
Yeah, you can. I think you did like penis cups. No, what she's making a statement, not as you saying women, love the bodies your mom. She's telling women to do this.
Right.
Men love your dicks as is, love your bodies as is.
Mm-hmm.
I hear you.
No, I don't hear her. I don't hear her. She said the behaviors of men don't match their words. First of all, she started with that. Then I'm telling you, I don't mind. Let them hang. All right. Women love the bodies your mom took months to create. And I thought she was about to say men love the body. I don't know. Miss Ravioli,
it's like three different statements. So the first one, if yours, Miss Ravioli, clarified, but the men don't match their words. What I connected with is like how Schoolboy is saying like we don't need leaves and blah blah blah, but y'all do go like these are the girls that are like this girl got 13 million followers with the fake ass and this, that, and the third. Like I'm barely touching 2,000. You know, I'm out here working hard. Like, that's not the girls that we put on the pedestal for. So as much as we say that, like, it's not the case. Like, the girl that just cut off her hair to do her big chop, she got about 2 years before y'all see her again, before y'all go up for her when her hair grows long and flow. Y'all don't like the process because y'all are visual. But Logic, I also still agree to extent like y'all will double tap, but at the same time, that's not the one that y'all are like expecting to take home to meet your family. So, you know, I get what you're saying, Miss Ravioli, if that's what you're saying.
No, it's not true, man.
What she's saying is that I think that what she's trying to say is that women need to love their bodies and men need to love their biology as it comes, right? But that we as men don't really follow, like we say that, but we don't really follow through on that.
Yeah,
so,
we're not celebrated
here's the
for
thing.
being normal.
Here's the thing though. Like I said, I think the majority of men will agree that we like natural women. You know, we'll take the embellishments. It's sort of like this. As a person who, I like cars, right? I like cars or whatever, but I will drive a car that works to get to work, period. I wouldn't mind riding a Benz, but it's definitely not necessary. I definitely don't want to put that expensive gas in it. I definitely want to pay for that all the extra shit. So as of right now, I'm good on not being in the Benz. I'll take the little bucket because it gets me to where I'm going. You know what I mean? That being said, like my woman, I'm cool if she wants to get all this extra shit done and all that stuff, but I just really want to be with her. So I don't give a fuck about all the other shit. I just want to see what it is that, you know, we have going.
But even that statement alone, I get everything you're saying. Even the way you presented that statement proves my point because you just said once she gets all the embellishment, you called her a Benz. But before we get the embellishment, we a fucking Honda. You'll deal with it. Like, and I'm not saying you're wrong or you're right, but you did, and I don't think you intended to do that. But that is how like society looks at us, especially Black women. Like when it's the more foreign it is, with the more Kim Kardashian-esque it is, like those are the women that are celebrated. But just to be regular, yeah, y'all sliding our DMs for sure, but y'all double tapping in this bitch. Like,
I mean,
man, listen, man, I got some strong points to say in school, but I mean to cut you off. Steph has something to say, so I want him to say it before I get to it. Go ahead, Steph.
Well, man, you can't be using likes as validation. You really can't. That's not a good measure of validation.
Start there. Thank you. Go ahead, keep going.
But as far as what were we talking about, bro? You got me off my square. You got me off my square a little bit. Well, I appreciate this.
No, but Steph, it's not about the lights per se. It's about what the lights are representing. A lot of guys are out here saying that they don't really care about these things, but these are the girls that everybody is looking up to.
Yeah, but I'm not paying
out there. Niggas trying to get ass. I'm trying to get some ass. If I'm not trying to get it, I'm trying to look at it. Niggas is perverts. Y'all need to understand that we are perverts.
Oh yeah,
that catches the eye. So we see what you have. You supposed to have nigga pictures. We gonna double tap. We gonna look, but we don't actually want to. We not marrying these women. If y'all look at it,
right? And Mia said, "Take them."
Too new
some of them are getting married. Some of these women are getting married. Some of these women are taking really, really good men from girls who don't do that.
Were they good men though?
Exactly, and I'm gonna agree with him. First of all, the likes don't equivalent to shit. You said that means what we're looking up to. No, we're not looking up to it. We're looking down to beat our dick when we're looking at that picture. We're not looking up to that, okay? And no, I'm not taking nothing home to meet mama who's all over fucking Instagram and every other picture is her swimsuit. She used her following to sell swimsuits, which also tells me the majority of her followers wasn't men, okay? And let me also say that in regards to all this, the us admiring them and all that, there's a bunch of plus size women getting the same shit. And you want to know why? It's not because, oh, look how nice her body look. Look how nice the doctor made her body. No, it's because you're showing your ass. If you show your ass every 2 out of 3 pictures, I'm going to follow that shit when I want to look at some ass.
Yo, Lizzo is an incredible artist, by the way. Lizzo is an incredible artist.
Okay? Showing your ass, you're gonna get followers. It's easy to go viral if you know what I mean, if you're doing that type of shit. So anyway, Redemption's laughing, and Ms. Ravioli says Lord Vel, Paul Pop, Por favor, Poppy. And Sugar Shay says, Dusty, she's laughing. Redemption is throwing up. I think at Schoolboy with the no undies because Ravioli was right under that.
Hey, but small confession, right? I have a lot of underwear as me personally, but I don't have a washer and dryer at my house. I know this sounds trifling, but I don't have a washer and dryer at my house. So when I run out of underwear, I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna go buy some underwear, opposed to just fucking doing laundry. That's me.
Oh no, they do that in New York all the time. Even though we don't really have washers and dryers in our houses like that either. But if you go to the bodega, the grocery store, you'll see T-shirts, you'll see boxes.
No,
and some you'll see panties.
I be buying quality underwear, but quality underwear are cheaper than going to the laundromat, man. It'd be like $7 to use them damn machines, man. I'm tired of that.
All right, let me wrap these comments off. We get to the next video that V wants to present. Laura Bell says fake pussy. Oh hell no, because that's what that's going to lead to. Fake pussy is going to equivalent to fake pussy. You know what I mean? There's going to be a lot of trans. You know, there's going to be a lot of trans people out there, and that's a whole nother show. There's a whole nother show. All right. And Redemption says right, Mia. She agrees with Mia. Miss Ravioli also says at Mia Chip is correct. JahLogic is 3 separate statements. Well, I don't agree with the first one. You know, our words don't match what we listen. We trying to fuck, okay? We trying to fuck. Laura says I like the women pitchers who have locks, but that's just me. See, you know what I'm saying? Like, but the thing is, at the end of the day, motherfuckers is gonna watch whoever's showing off what they got. That's what's gonna get you the followers. V wants to present this video. V, introduce it as I play it. You're on mute. You're on Teddy Riley.
Hold on 1 second. This is a video that I came across a little while ago, and most females who go and get their nails done, or niggas who pay for females to get their nails did, may be interested in this video. Any nigga who likes to get his dick beat may be interested in this video. Any nigga who likes to get his head rubbed by his lady needs to be interested in this video. This video is a new trend that's happening in nail salons where females are getting acrylics in some way, shape, or form, but they're removing part of their cuticle, I believe it's called, or foreskin, in order to get this done versus them just attaching it onto their natural nail. So you guys can check it out here.
Good, narrate.
So as you can see, what's happening is they were removing the nail. That is blood that's coming from underneath the cuticle because the nail is pushed all the way underneath the skin. I'm a terrible narrator, but yes, as you can see, what happened in the last part of the video, the nail tech, she inserted it, and the bottom part of the nail is going underneath the foreskin of the woman's skin, and as they remove it. There's a blood that obviously, because the skin is removed, that exists after removing it. So I think if you do this, you have to wear nails for the rest of your life, I'm assuming, because I don't understand how you could not. Sorry, I know it's early in the morning too, but yeah, I don't know how you could not actually go on without, you know, wearing those nails anymore. It's really, really crazy. It's very crazy. I get my nails done. I don't have them done right now because of what happens. I understand why they created this method, because a lot of times when women go get their nails done, depending on the nail tech, if they're not good, they'll use you know, shavers to shave down someone's natural nail, and sometimes that damages it. So I think with this, they invented this so that people don't have to shave down their natural nails, but I think in reverse, you're taking away somebody's foreskin, which we don't know what's going to happen from that later on. I could just see infection, just infection. And I could see niggas' dicks getting blood all over it if a female is jerking him off. So it's just important.
It's fucking disgusting. I don't have much to say. That I don't know if anybody else on the panel.
No, like, and you know what? You know what I see? I see in the future for women who do this. Losing the tip of your goddamn fingers, because that's just going to get infected. Those Asians are not keeping sanitary measures like you think they are. All right.
Yeah.
So good luck.
I agree, man.
If anybody else has something to say it now.
Yeah, I definitely think like, first of all, I was like, what's the point of this? I only get like gel on my real nails. Like I haven't worn fake nails since college. And it's weird because I've been thinking about getting them. But I'm like, what? Why not just get the regular filling every 2 weeks? It's just the nail glue inside of my body or whatever you use in adhesive. These people aren't doctors. That was like at a regular ass nail shop on 125th. Like, you ain't cutting no nothing. Like that's surgery. That's mini surgery. That just don't it don't make no sense to me. I don't think it's worth having, a full set for that.
All right, man. So Sugar Shay says that got to be illegal or fake news because of the blood. It's unsanitary. It's fucking disgusting. You're right. Fucking disgusting. Keenan says not watching. I tried not to, but apparently unfortunately I'm behind the board, so I had to watch it to a degree. Sorry, Max Steph. Max Steph says that shit got me weak off the AM. My fault, Max Steph. And Laura Vell says, come on, man. I haven't had breakfast yet. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I gotta be fair to my panel. They bring the stories. We gotta evaluate them. I asked behind the scenes for the record. I asked, can we not play it? V said we gotta play it. So I fucking played it. Miss Ravioli says this time next year another woman has H. I don't know what that means, but I'm assuming that means that their fingers are gonna be fucked up in the game in the long run. So Steph, go ahead, man.
So man, this is what happens when you try to be too innovative, man, too creative. Trying to say, I'm gonna save money in the long run by having my nails fully removed and having fake nails for the rest of my life. This is ridiculous.
Shit is disgusting.
Good idea.
So this just really quick. Mystical rape charges has been dropped due to lack of evidence.
I actually seen that article when we was reading another article.
Yes, his rape charges have been dropped. I don't have much to say about that.
These are new allegations or like the ones from back in the day? Because he been
my fault. It's hold on. I'm hearing background noises, bro. That's on your side, Steph. That's on your side. In regards to Mia's question, he went to jail for the first time, and then he got charged again for another time in 2017, and he's been fighting it since, and it's just been dropped due to lack of evidence. I don't know why Schoolboy is applauding that man, but you know what I mean. Schoolboy, go ahead.
Yeah. Let me explain that shit because now I was applauding only because I didn't remember all the details of that case, but I always want to I don't want to see people get railroaded into rape charges. However, the nigga does have a track record of being accused of rape, which means he's putting himself in real fucked up situations, if not actually raping people. So yeah, I think that was a premature celebration.
Very much
just off the strength of another black man getting away.
Because I'm gonna keep it real. The first time he got hit with that rape shit, I gave him the benefit of doubt. Maybe he's a star, yada yada. People want to take him down, take his money, whatever. But then when he got, and I remember I had a friend who I lost him as a Facebook friend, because I had posted like a Mystical song when he came home, and he's like, he's a fucking rapist. And I'm like, get off my page with that shit. You know what I mean? And I deleted the nigga. And then I felt so stupid when he got charged again. I said, this nigga's really out here raping people. You know what I'm saying? So, he got lack of evidence doesn't mean you didn't do it. You feel me? I don't know if he did it. I wasn't there, but I'll just say that shit is very suspicious. And, but he has gotten off on it. So I think it's news. We're going to bring it to the table. He's been dropped or whatever. But in mystical words, if you see him in the woods with the bear, help the bear. So, maybe he was trying to rape the bear. I don't know. This motherfucker's raping bears and shit. I don't know. Anyway, that was classist. That was tasteless. Part of me. Problematic.
Yo, listen, hey, you okay. You posted his music, right? Okay, cool.
I did.
And you lost a friend over it. But never apologize for posting dope content. All right? That's what we do. We post dope content. That's just it.
Right. And Akina said this the second time since he got out of prison for rape. And Redemption's laughing at me. Facts. You see him in the woods with the bear. He trying to rape the bear. No.
I don't.
Because that bitch gonna need it.
hey, is this the second time he's been accused, or is this the same allegation that's been?
No, it's the second time. The first time, like I was answering Mia's question, this first time he went to jail and did a bid. He did an actual bid, and then came home and got charged again. So to me, I think that, you know what I'm saying? I think that if you get charged again, my nigga, like,
can he not be set up though?
Yo.
Because if you do a bid, do you want to come out and like go back to jail?
Let me answer V's question then to Schoolboy. Fuck no. If I went to jail wrongfully for rape in the first time, yo, do you understand how I'm safe I'm moving second time around? Do you understand? I don't want to meet no fans. I don't want to meet no groupies. I don't want to meet nobody. I'm finding my first girlfriend and I'm marrying her. And that's the last woman I'm going to be around for the rest of my fucking life. I'm not going, you're not going to catch me out there again. Again, you out there mingling and shit, taking pictures with women, which is what you did when you came home. Get the fuck out of here. I'm not taking no pictures with you so you can say, oh, this the night he raped me. Fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? That's my answer to that. But Schoolboy, you had something?
Yo, have you ever seen pictures of Keanu Reeves taking pictures with fans?
Not that I know of. No.
All right, check this out. Look up Keanu Reeves taking pictures with fans. He always has his hands visible and open like this. You know what I'm saying? He like, hey, all right, friend, but he don't never touch nobody. And I get it. That being said, I always tell people, because sometimes people will, based on, I tell little jokes that are off color sometimes, and people can say, oh, this motherfucker hates women, or he's a rape apologist, or shit like that, which isn't true, right? But people come at me with that, and I always say, hey, look at my history. Like I'm on Facebook using my real fucking name. Go back in my friends list if you're my friend. Go back in my history. You're not gonna find women accusing me of rape. You're not going to find women accusing me of harassment because I don't like those things. I'm not going to do those things. I actually consciously think about it. Could this even be perceived as that? And if the answer is yes, then I don't do that shit. So when a nigga gets caught up on that shit, I have to think in my mind, especially when they have evidence and they bringing up records and receipts and they can actually convict you of this shit. Like, I got to think in my mind, yo, I don't know if the nigga did it or not, but it's definitely true that he put himself in that situation. I actually blame men more so than I blame women on that shit because, yo, are your eyes not open right now? Do you not know what time it is? Your ass will go to jail for breathing on a woman the wrong way if she don't like that shit. like watch your ass, man. It's just that simple.
Sugar Shay says raping you records. And Sugar Shay also says yes, but he's also been labeled too as a rapist. Easier to catch another charge. Yeah, we get. That's why we saying that.
Be careful.
There should be no planet, universe, timeline, situation, nothing where he is actually putting himself in a position where a woman could accuse him again, especially if you didn't do it the first time. That should be enough of a wake-up call that you actually did a bid, damn near ruined your whole career. You come home, I'm not touching no women. I'm not shaking your hand, okay? And and Schoolboy probably knows this if you're right. I think it's in the NOI version of Muslim Islam. They don't shake the women's hand. They do. You know what I mean? That's what I'm doing. I'm not shaking hands. Just like,
yeah, a lot of Muslims don't be touched. Like the thing is, don't be putting your fucking hands on somebody else's wife.
Right.
That's as simple as that, yo. Keep your hands to yourself. Hey, sister, how you doing? And keep it moving. What the fuck is you touching all on my woman's hand for? You know what I'm saying? You over here embracing my wife. Get the hell out of here, my guy.
Right. Ms. Ravioli says, if only everyone would learn how to readily identify toxic individual signs. I have a dream. Well, that's a dream. Everybody's not going to always be able to identify anything. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, I do want to talk about this before we get up out of here. We went over. Thank you, Mia and V, especially because I know y'all have shit to do. You know what I'm saying? Schoolboy as well and Steph, you know what I mean? But I know especially y'all usually will be out at 9 on the dot. Or on Wednesdays, I think we have Mia till 10. But Redemption Sauce says, Schoolboy, that's funny. Keanu Reeves does have his hands exposed. I looked it up too. There's pictures where he's kind of like, his hand is behind the woman, but it's kind of like, kind of shows that I'm not touching this woman.
Yeah,
you know
I'm not touching her.
He got some pictures with his hands in his pocket too, and the girl's hand is on his shirt, but he like hands in his pocket.
I wouldn't even be in the fucking picture. Ms. Ravioli says, Sugar Shade, that's the umbrella all labels fall under. And so what I want to talk about really quick, I just want to throw this out there. So there's been talks of coming to America coming back as part 2, and I think we spoke about it in the past. Well, wait, before I get to that, quick update. The coach who hit that child, and we talked about it.
And he get charged, right?
He got charged. So salute to that man. He played himself. But coming to America, when they talked about it coming back, we all thought it was just bullshit. We saw these fake posters. I was like, this is bullshit. Somebody's just fan-made news, fake news. And but apparently it's real. And there's pictures of it. So I just want to show some of these pictures from Coming to America Part 2. It's definitely coming. So and they look good. They look good. Everybody looks good for their age. James Earl Jones is in that motherfucker. He ain't age a day. Eddie and what's this nigga?
Arsenio.
Arsenio. That's how I play this nigga like that. And Arsenio Hall, they back at it. You know what I mean? They back on their bullshit. He's there with the lady he married. She's the queen. She came back. I know she can use a check. Yep. They all the characters are back as far as the barbers are there.
I have a problem with that.
I don't. I'm enjoying it in the universe, but I know where you go. You're probably going with they probably too old to be. Fuck that.
They should be dead.
Bring them back.
But even Rick Ross is filming, and they used his house to film, and he told him to put them in. He asked him, to put him in the movie.
So salute to Eddie Murphy. I'm looking forward to this. This is one of my favorite movies. I don't think he'll fuck it up. I'll let everybody have something to say about it. I do hear background noise. Please mute y'all and then unmute yourselves when y'all talk. So I don't think they're going to fuck it up. Eddie Murphy did a very good job on the Dolomite movie. I thoroughly enjoyed the Dolomite film. So I really think that his head is in a good space to make sure he doesn't fuck this up. I think he's going to do his thing. What's your thoughts? Let's start with you, V.
I think that he's done a good job with the Dolomite film. So I think that now in this era, it would definitely be great to bring it back. I hope that there's more to just revisiting the scenes. I hope that we've added on to the Coming to America story. I hope that maybe, there's a child involved maybe, or, that I hope that he expanded the storyline and not just, going off of nostalgia of what existed when they first created the movie. So I believe that he got this in the bag, and I believe that he'll do well with it.
No doubt. Who we got next up? Steph, what's your thoughts?
No, I think that's exactly what's going to be, V. I think it's going to be a nostalgia, walk down memory lane type of movie. A lot like how Bad Boys 3 was. Honestly, but I would enjoy that. And as far as complete body of work, I feel like Eddie Murphy is the greatest comedian of all time. So I'm really not concerned about whether or not I'm going to enjoy the film. I'm confident it's going to be enjoyable.
Schoolboy, Coming to America Part 2.
Yo, Coming to America was one of my favorite films. I did see the barbershop scene, and I really want to know if Cuba Gooding Jr. is going to make a comeback, sitting up in that barber chair looking crazy. That's what I want to see. I want to see that nigga come out in them oranges, boy. Shackled up, goddamn. Nah, let me stop. But I want to see Cuba Gooding Jr. coming back for that one. I do not want to see Rick Ross in this movie. I'll be honest about that. I do not want to see Rick Ross in the movie at all. I'm good on that shit.
Me neither. That's a good one. Mia, executive producer Mia, aka Mia F Baby. You looking forward to Part 2 of Coming to America?
No, when it comes, I'll watch it. I'm looking forward to it. I'm funny on reboots. I think we're overdoing them. So, but this one's such a classic. Like, you got to tune in to see if you fucked it up or not. I think we'll be fine.
A good job. And the continuation of it won't be the worst thing. A continuation of the film won't be the worst thing at all. I think he'll do good, like what I was saying. I think my mic probably chirped out when I was saying that. Keenan Redemption says, I hope it's good. We all hope it's good. I have faith that it will be good, but we all hope it's good. And Keenan Khan says, Jah, you're not going to talk about Luke Skywalker on The Mandalorian? I'm not, because that's not my world. That, you know what I mean? To be honest with you, I'm not heavy on Star Wars and all of that. What I do know and admire about Star Wars is it started as an independent film. That's what I do admire about Star Wars. He took out money, he borrowed money from the bank, shot that shit, you know what I mean, himself, and it became a classic. And it built a whole empire. You know what I mean? That Star Wars franchise is a whole fucking empire. So with that being said, I want to thank VeeSmilez for pulling up on us today. I want to thank StepGotJokes. We will see Steph and Mia later on today with Trash Bars for 500, as well as Little David and Chill. So Mia, I want to thank Mia F Baby, aka executive producer Mia, and my nigga Schoolboy. Oh, there was a comment for you earlier that I missed. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find that shit. Aki better put it up. And it's a little nostalgic of a comment. Let me see if I can find it. I thought it was pretty funny. From one of the funniest motherfuckers we ever had a chance to work with. And where's that comment? Okay, I can't see it now. But Aki better said to you, Schoolboy, he says, you went to Morehouse, but you have no house. Shampoo 2018. You remember that?
Yeah, I don't recall.
Salute to that old stupid nigga, man.
Yo, yeah. Facts.
he said, oh.
I saw that shit and I was like, damn, he really said that.
You went to Morehouse and now you have no house.
Yo, shout out to Shampoo for narrating my demise, all right? The fuck?
Hey, man, we about to be out there. We might come back this weekend with a little brunch. We'll see who's available. But tune in to later on today. Tune in. You know, we're going to have a few things going on. Like we said, once again, Little David and Chill and Trash Bars for 500. Our behind the scenes work out the time, and we'll make it happen. Either way, it's going to be show back to back. It's going to be a show back to back. You know what I'm saying? And HB2N, where you been, nigga? He said, I pray those Time to Heal episodes get re-released. You know, well, you know, we never know what the future holds. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't release it without the approval of everybody involved. So everybody has to at least come to an email thread or some type of conclusion together before we re-release it, because I don't want to be accused of trying to get any clout off of that shit. Even though I produced it, you know what I mean, the Time Deal 2.0, I don't want to be accused of getting any clout off of those episodes. So maybe, and if Shampoo wants it, he wants to put it on his own page, I will gladly give it to him. You know what I mean? He just have to holler at me. And I'll gladly give him those audios, and he can release it on his page. I think that would be a good idea for him.
I'm reaching out to Shampoo immediately after we get off this phone call.
There you go. He's going to reach that shit. So if he releases it, I'll give him the audio, and him and his new producer could put some new visuals to it, and they can re-release it on his channel. You know what I'm saying? Those were the days. But we're in 2020 now. You know what I'm saying? We're not living in the past. What doesn't grow is dead, and we're alive and well. Sugar Shay says, shitbag Shammy. And Keenan says, HB2N, Shammy would get the Alex Jones treatment. Those, y'all know, them shits was too hot for YouTube. God damn. You know what I mean? HB2N said, please do, and he's laughing. So we'll see what happens. But back to today and right now, thank you to all my co-hosts. Y'all rocked out all the way to 10 in the morning. Salute to VeeSmilez, StepGotJokes, Mia F Baby, aka executive producer Mia, and Schoolboy. And you already know what time it is. I'm gonna play some music on the way out. But thank you all for joining us. And Hemp Lord said that's legendary. You already know. We make magic out here. Salute to everybody. Have a great day. This has been the Morning Rant.
Go ahead, man. Shoot it.
Alright, hey, yo. Listen, man. This is London Brown. I'm calling them. I want to check in. You know, I just want a strong South, man. I just want y'all to know, man, the best way to get to know somebody is to show them who the fuck you are, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm really, really getting to know a lot of y'all, man. Really. So don't hide, you know what I'm saying? Stay up, stay tight, stay real, and I'm smiling back.
Yeah. I got you. Yeah, turn my vocals up a little bit. Smidge. Yeah. I was a runt chasing pigeons up in Vaughn King Park. I used to fall, Big Mama would dust my knees off. Oshkosh tees, scuff my aqua green 5411s, chasing old shit girl of black ink. Her hair clicking and twisted barrettes and beads. Bubblegum eyes and my Ninja Turtles ice cream chillin'. Sitting on about 5 cent then. Back when $100 felt like a gazillion. Crack valves clogging up the sprinklers in the park. The blissful ignorance that make you think it's old New York. Walk them streets like I hopped out of a time machine. Cause y'all see things how they are, and I see them how they used to be. Knock down the projects, paint over the murals. Find a nigga for pouring Hennessy out for his heroes. Black man's a nomad without collective growth. So master say you gotta lead, that mean your black ass gotta go. Sankofa say look to the past to find out wisdom. Seeds of our ancestors replenishes intuition. That's how I wrote this lyric. I know Nanny, Jamel, and Uncle Kwame, you're listening. I'm guided by the spirits. Visions of the future that's reflected by the past. If we only knew our mistakes, then I kick us in the ass. Maybe I'm getting old, or maybe I'm too dramatic. We greet each other as God, now we call each other savages. That's some backward shit. All the facts to flip. List on the cell phone camera like on plantations. When they would whip a man for his kid to see. Cut his dick off and mix it in with the pig feet. Subconsciously weaken the men in the eyes of their queen. She said you can't protect you, so how you gonna protect me? Shit is deep, I often ponder what Marcus Garvey would think. The niggas screaming world star while they swung from a tree. Mirror. Yeah. Uncles was all God body. Had names like Infinite, True God, Saladin, and Born Knowledge. Bombing in the streets, wild kamikaze. Buck the heat, I would watch him like war wounds from drug beat. Twist the cap off his old English with his teeth. Isaac Hayes by the time I get the Phoenix on repeat. Uncle Pop, Coney Island legend, Bing Monster, Black Panther 97, went to war with the Aryans. Killed the chicken with his bare hands, plucked it and balked it. Defeat the famine, he was only 11 then. Man before his time, dunked the ball when he was barely 5'9". All city in 3 sports, but MVP with the 9. Robbed the corner store, take the surveillance tape. We would watch it in my crib like NBA players on game days. Sunday when you got knocked, I remember how much I cried. You home now, I'm still writing this with tears in my eyes. Cause you my idol, no words define your legacy. You taught me to see the best in me. Swaggy like my Uncle Flex, articulate goon. How many gangsters in BK came through Big Bro game room? I was still your wallabies, they was too large for my feet. Guess leathers are icebergs like I worked at S&D. Knuckle game legendary from Allenwood to Danbury. Cheesecakes from scratch, flash cash cause it's necessary. See so much of you in Heron and Glow. And all our issues killing me, I just thought you should know. There's growing pains and I know there's nothing that you don't know. But I still gotta be me, gotta follow my soul. Scratch that, my Uncle Mark, my heart, the reason I started rapping. I was a baby, he would let me take vinyls and scratch it. Brownsville warrior, hustles, he ran through all of them. Plate in his head, bullet fragments still in his abdomen. A true survivor, few was lava. Koki, my little brother, forever I got him. I could go on and on, but my words too strong for this song. Thought I should look away, but I'm caught up staring too long in black mirrors.
Okay, I want everybody to know this is King Sean Go. I'm the uncle of Pop, known as Esquire. And I want you to know that I'm a fish king. You cannot drown a fish. And no matter what you do in this world, there will always be thunder and lightning, and we always hit our target. Maybe not every time, but when we do hit, we hit with both barrels. And we're gonna keep gouging till the last child on earth. Ashe.
Ashe. I like that. That was good. That was amazing.
Nigga, I'm on fire right now, fuck nigga. I had the biggest comeback, nigga. Niggas thought it was over with for me, nigga. Y'all tried to count me out, nigga. I ain't forgot about that shit. Y'all niggas think I forgot, nigga. I ain't forgot about none of that shit. So I'm back with a chip on my fucking shoulder, nigga. Wrote this
my eyes closed, or rose in Moscato. Intuition, inner visions flow from out the cosmos. Niggas ask me how I made it, I begin if I know. I just went with my soul, and the rest just follow. She's a good girl, fuck that bitch, I'd rather deal without hoes. Say no to CashApp, I ain't tricking, bitch, you must be psycho. But I'm prone to lie though, just don't tell all my bros. I expose gelato in the Bronto, so I got the sky closed. Damn, it's raining, grab my cane and pass my Prada poncho. The boots was leather with the tattoos, those the Randy Machos. Goggles, Ferragamo, condos big as Costco. I popped the rhino, then she swallowed like it's Mr. Sacco. Mirror, mirror, who's the illest? Please don't tell me I know. Mirror, mirror, who's the realest? Wait, don't tell me I know. Mirror, mirror, who's the rarest? Please don't tell me I know. Modern life like Rocco, but I still pray to Shango. Mirror, mirror, who's the illest? Please don't tell me I know. Mirror, mirror, who's the realest? Wait, don't tell me I know. Mirror, mirror, who's the rarest? Please don't tell me I know. I devour my goals, and that's word to Gaucho. Rebel, outlaw, reckless, vato, ghetto, desperado. Aim the Draco, eating tacos, take your breath like Tyclos. Adjacent to Van Gogh, I'm chasing my shadow. The pain is the shackle, embrace it for battle. In the gym for 7 weeks, I feel like Boris Kojo. I mean Cujo with a new hoe, sober watching Kuso. With my old hoe, I forgot I fuck my hoes in duos. Football throws in 2 hoes, loopholes Albert Pujols. That piece of coupon for designer, Gucci coat was 2-tone. School old Parasuco, shoot like Tony Kukoc. The Jama Sanson, no Delilah, put that on my tombstone. Mirror, mirror, who's the illest? Please don't tell me I know. Mirror, mirror, who's the realest? Wait, don't tell me I know. Mirror, mirror, who's the rarest? Please don't tell me I know. I devour my goals, and that's word to Gauchos.
Soul eternally. This meant to be, man, boy. So what you gonna do? 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 Man, boy. So what you gonna do? 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 Man, boy. I were I and you were you. We were the sky, the sun, the moon. Move soul eternally. This meant to be, man, boy. So what you gonna do? 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 Man, boy, so what you gonna do? 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 Man, boy.
Is this shit a lyric, or is this just my spirit speaking out loud proudly so everyone can hear him? He really speaks gently, except the times he tempts me, makes me do bad things, and drains me till I'm empty. You probably don't believe me, wish I could take a pic of this drunk scuzzy motherfucker jacking off his dick, screaming in my ear, yelling, "You ain't shit, you never gonna make a nigga, you should just quit." I'm my biggest obstacle, or y'all don't exist, like an M. Night Shyamalan plot. What the twist? Mr. Invincible, Mr. Inhuman, Mr. Ingenious really thinks that he's stupid and vulnerable and lonely. Most of the time he's home trying to figure out what's going on inside his dome piece. Spiritually dying, the I alive inside them. Nobody ever calls them, even you don't like them. Semi-suicidal, emotions like a tidal wave. Bipolar first, he fit the noose, then it all behave. Infinite last days, an eternal pathway. It leads him where he started, so he only goes halfway. He can't go forward and he can't go backward. He's trapped most days, I wonder why I started rapping. Oops, I meant he. It's definitely not me that I'm talking about on this brand new CD. Confessions of a shattered dream, a sexaholic scheme, and deviate your true believer, and always so what you're reaping. We could reap the benefits and we could reap a Benedict Arnold in our thoughts that leave us lost and trembling. Eye against eye, third eye versus the mind for the title belt. In a ladder match, watch me climb. Bipolar chromosome, zoning on his own. Holochrome to his dome. Since parochial school, I've been used up. Misconfused mud, obtuse recluse, stay loose in the comatorium, every talker. Stole vodka, stole my author, stole my comfort. There's nothing makes sense now, I'm totally bonkers. Off my rocker, bouncing off the walls in my mom's apartment. It ain't my fault that I lost and I can't absorb it. Lay it dormant, no dormant, fourth no portion. I'm anonymous, oh my God, I'm normal, fully formed, regressing. Mine and ease be stressing. God bees the devil, he strikes me with blessings. To like a bitch that curses, I'm in war like Xerxes. Trying my best not to hurt me. Depression, empty rhetoric, no, it barely speaks. It hides behind a smile and fear that you say we weak. I sip my tears and liquor, I drown my time in ink. Cage in reality, only thing free is the dream. Fuck the dream royally, cause it bought me, turned my cousin on me. But if he turned on me, that means he was never for me. Disloyalty, nigga shape shifting like more for me. How can I trust the same motherfuckers walked in the door of me? Spoiled and poisoned him, he's entitled, that's how it always be. What makes it worse is that we family. So with Thanksgiving, I'm paranoid, he pissing in the pot of greens. He bring my plate, he pipe, spit inside my mac and cheese. We throwing Loki, Megatron, and Starscream. Never was jealous of you, did you wanna be me? You let your pride get in way of our dream. This is not who we supposed to be. Track switch sides on me, let niggas ride on me. Gave him a second chance, he let him ride on me. How you a grown man playing three sides on me? How wife wear the pants and you and knee highs on me? I hope you play the song for your daughter so that she know. She really should call her daddy your mommy cause you a hoe. All them disappearing acts and a couple thousand you stole. So if you more spit out when you're to these streets before, but she was lying, nigga. That ain't a dick, nigga. You a broad, so there had to be a click, nigga. You make me sick, nigga. Suck my dick, nigga. And when I see you, I'ma punch you in your shit, nigga. See, the thing about dreams is I'ma die for they shit. The thing about me is I kill for my shit. The pain separates the warriors from the men. Are you gon' brawl till you fall or cry like a bitch? These scars represent everywhere that I've been. Double XL post broke with the ball slept on the 6. So everything I left will never see me again. You only get half a ball. Suck my dick, man.
Black kids coming soon, nigga. Get ready.
All you need to launch a cult
colossal. Hollows will make you sing the gospel. Hostile with any fossil who think they stopping my Roslo. Live like apostle, twisting pasta in Ferragamo. Gamma ray radiated, my rage inflated as possible. The flaming gospel got you, snatch the lame out you. Brain on the A train, my nuts banging the tonsils. And I could give a fuck if she militant, a 9 to 5 bitch, or a hood rat hoe who don't give a shit. Hopped out, R. Kelly goggles on from 96. Real grimy nigga, but he still told a shiny grip. Every 6 months that nigga Johnny get through buying shit. We better than these niggas and it's obvious. Niggas throwing shots, but I ain't ducking them, cause X don't duck shit. When I see him, I'ma snuff every F in one of them. Effortless flow. Niggas tried to make me kinda shit, but I like violence, I like wildin', nigga. That's my kinda shit. Dollars spin like an economist on Wally moccasins. Versace, I wear like Big Papa on a yacht inside his bed. Simon said, chuck a shiny dick until your mom repent for thinking that these wild vagina kids could ever rhyme with him. Flow as tight as rusty plier grips. A time bomb ticking, bout to blow like invaders him. Fuck this whole shit up, fuck this whole system. Use an asshole, a mental midget. I should uppercut your scrawny ass right through the ceiling, nigga. No, I don't feel these niggas. Yup, I'm Achilles, niggas. Undisputed truth, there can never be no split decisions, ho. So when you think about the best, you say me. When the Grammy get a speech with a weight tucked in my cheek,
Hold guns and terrorize, cock back and sterilize, flip making cheddar rise, bitch living better lives, snitch then we sever ties. I don't respect that. Queen fiends in my bloodstream. Word to my Mets hat. Silk over shoulders, cashmere coats, we fresh black. I've been told niggas fall back and move graciously. Fuck being stuck in a box, I think spaciously. Cartier, cocaine, cardiology. I ain't gon' chill if it's beef, you gotta body me. Cherry red beamer, fried shrimp from Maltina. Official with a pistol, niggas wish I was their leader. But I can never fuck with an imposter. I'd rather play alone than have bum niggas on my roster. Don't doing donuts in the style playing who shot ya. My niggas moving crazy flower. Your little chain look like you stole it at a baby shower. And your shorty think I'm super cool. She wasn't shit, I sent that bitch home in an Uber pool. She made 17 and a half stops. She lived 3.6 miles away and it took her 14 hours. Fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch.